nice. It would be nice. I would like to see what that would look like. I would be interested in that. What would this Miami Heat team look like with 15 games together? Is that too much? What is that? That's like a month of basketball. Can I get a month of basketball together? But no. Jimmy Butler had to go out there in all of his genius and have crickets in Mexico. Why would you do that?
Crickets?
Why would he eat crickets in Mexico? Why?
Oh, you got sick?
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is to all people, all humans. I mean, I can't possibly be talking to animals because dogs eat poop.
That's true.
And they don't care.
They don't care.
But with all the options that we have to eat and enjoy for sustenance.
What? Excuse me?
It's sustenance.
I thought it was sustenance.
Sustenance.
We might both be wrong.
There's nothing wrong than an idiot correcting another idiot. Right? Like we're sitting here.
Two negatives don't make a positive in this regard.
We're just sitting here going, and you correct me and say, I think I'm right.
I'm telling you this right now. Merriam-Webster is upset with you guys right now. He's turning in his grave.
That's all right.
So anyway, with all the options that we have, at no point in my life have I said, you know what? I've tried all the food, all the pig, all the cow, all the shrimp, seafood, fish. I think I'm going to eat a damn cricket.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
Well, yeah, we're talking about lizards last week.
Not eating them.
First of all respect. But they already talk about it's a bit of a gamble when you go to Mexico with the water. On top of that,
don't eat a specialty. Don't eat it. Don't eat something. Don't eat a delicacy.
You're gonna have some guy. Oh, Mr. Butler, can I tell you what we have here today? The finest crickets. Mwah. Like, and they come in. They're like, Jimmy Butler, downgraded to out. Something creeped up after his pregame nap. Yeah, I know. Eating something from the insect kingdom. What is this, Animal Planet?
Hey, you ain't in the wilderness, and your option is crickets or grass.
Why would he do that? What? You know what, dude? You think about these athletes. Body is their temple. They got chefs. You know, what does LeBron spend $1 million on his body every year? Jimmy Butler, he travels with his trainers and his conditioning guys and his chefs who prepare everything. He's rolling the dice in Mexico. What are we doing?
Yeah. Now, I have my own problem. So,
what happened?
Well, so
wait, that story from last that you shared.
Oh,
so 2 things. Last night, 15 of us went to celebrate my niece's graduation.
Aw.
So that's why it was supposed to be at 4:00 in Meisner. So I had to
right after the show.
Right. So right after the show, that's why I had to go pick up Rebecca from school and head out. Here's the kicker. At about 1:30, they changed it to 5:30. So we still got to go up there at that time because you can't try to go up to Meisner Park at 5:00.
No, you're done.
Right. So we're just, sitting around, me, Rebecca, and Fonz.
You got to go west and north. You got to go east and north.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess technically you could I don't know how the Sawgrass would be at the time. So you could go that way through Deerfield to Meisner.
I went Sawgrass to 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart way. Smartest way to go.
Yeah. And, we got there fine. People don't show up at 5:30. And we were there. I bet you we were there till 10.
So when did they show up?
No, they showed up 6, 6:30.
Sixers. Okay.
But we were there till 10.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. A dinner at 5:30. We get there till 10.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and so I missed all of the Heat game.
Oh, well, guess what, dude? You know what you missed?
And the only thing I'm like, let me hit the score, right? And I was like, oh.
Let's just say the third quarter resembled what was probably in Jimmy Butler's bathroom for most of yesterday.
The third quarter.
Third quarter.
Hey, wait. So here's the worst part. Guess what traffic we got caught in? The Boca Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
There was a bowl game yesterday in Boca.
Wow.
Yeah. Liberty against Toledo.
Wow.
So not only that, I'm like, why all these cops by the red light? Why is it so packed at Glades? And then I said, I bet you there's a bowl game. Mom's like, no. They play a bowl game at FAU. So they play a bowl game everywhere.
They do play a bowl game everywhere. I get
and
those emails about that Boca Bowl. Like, as soon as this Boca Bowl's over, they'll start sending me emails about the next Boca Bowl.
And so, we made it through there. Went through, went to Meisner Park. Nice little area.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Nice area. After we ate, you've been up there, so my niece really likes the macaroons. They have a little macaroon place. It was closed. And so as I was walking by, out of the corner of my eye, I've been having this thing for these cake pops.
Really?
Oh,
child?
Man, I love them.
From Starbucks?
Love them. Huh?
Right. The Starbucks one? Or
No, I don't
just
go in
regular cake
there.
pops?
I'm just saying cake pops just in general. My wife used to make them sometimes, but I walked by this little ice cream place. They had cake pops. So I walk in there. I mysteriously have a kid holding my hand. I don't know where this kid came from. It's it's somebody's kid. I say, give me one of those cake pops. And then I hear just a faint, I want strawberry ice cream with marshmallows and gummy bears. I'm like, what?
That was Leroy's inner child coming out.
So wait a minute.
It wasn't, because Leroy don't like marshmallows and Leroy don't like gummy bears. And I barely eat ice cream. Cake pops. Yeah, overpriced at Stars. So I love those things. Cake balls, you can get them without the stick. They're delicious. I mean, it's just something about biting that little crunchy outside and then getting to the glorious cake. Those things are delicious. I'm on a manhunt now. I gotta have some.
Did the little kid get his strawberry ice cream?
Oh yeah, she did. Of course.
Leave your faders down, J-Fig.
Of course.
What is it? That's co-host one, Vlad. Just scream at J-Fig.
That's two.
Well, J-Fig, we got to test. You got to talk.
So yes.
Yeah, you're.
Yes. Okay.
No, I don't know.
I don't feel no.
No, she's not on. You could hear the background on me.
That's not on me. I mean, her mic's on. I put her mic on. It's co-host one.
What do you mean it's not on you?
I have no control over this.
So other than that, it was a cool night.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I missed all the, I missed the Heat game, but it was
yeah, you didn't miss much, dude.
It was
the Canes had the basketball night last night. The Canes won the basketball night last night, not the Heat.
The Canes, I tell you what, man, they always talk about the Canes being undersized, but they run the hell out of these teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, almost got away from them yesterday, but still,
right.
they still very impressive. It's very impressive what Coach L's put together.
Story number 2.
We don't have time for story number 2. Why don't you save it? Put it in the holster. We got to take a break. We got to fix J-Fig's mic. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back. I gotta say, you're sing it or don't sing it, dude.
What?
You kind of like, I don't know what you're doing. You're like humming. You're like going along there. I don't know what's.
I'm
going on.
enjoying the damn song. That's how you enjoy the song. You ain't got to sing the words word for word. This ain't karaoke.
I mean, I don't always sing things word for word, but I think you know what I'm singing.
Really?
Sometimes we do.
It all sounds the same.
No, that's not true, dude. It doesn't all sound the same. Don't say that.
Country.
You guys want to see the Heat at holiday time? We've got tickets to see 2 games that you could win. December 23rd versus the Pacers and December 26th against the Timberwolves. Go to WQAM.com and register your name, and you might have a chance to see the Heat. What's wrong, man?
Man,
What?
I was just looking at all the comments.
What did I say? Which one?
They're
ripping Leroy's voice for singing.
I can't enjoy the Christmas song. And
Welcome to all.
hey, jackasses. I'm a little bit old to be singing like 5-year-old Michael Jackson. Idiots.
I mean,
I
you're
want you
lashing
to
out,
put that
dude.
5-year-old Michael Jackson voice up.
You're lashing out, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like, come on.
Plus, you sounded like a 5-year-old basically the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Hee.
So I have a question.
Sure. Can you? I think your mic's like. Can you make it closer to yourself? It's like off to the side.
Also, I see more of your ceiling.
I can see a smoke detector.
Are we done?
Did we just get money on YouTube?
Yes, you did.
How does that work? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Snack money.
What do
for
they want?
Leroy, just don't
They
eat
want
on
us to
camera?
dance or something like that?
What?
Nah, they giving money for Leroy to eat snacks because as long as he doesn't eat on the air.
Welcome to all our new YouTubers, by the way, all our live YouTubers. I know we've had a lot of people watching clips on YouTube, but we are streaming now live on YouTube during the show. We are still streaming live on Twitch as well, Miami 56 WQAM and 56 WQAM on YouTube. So check us on out there if you guys want to watch the program and stream it live on the Odyssey app right there for your ears for all you ASMR fans.
So I was at the gym this morning.
Okay.
I was doing I did my hour on the bike. Went down to do some ab work. You know, they have the little twisty thing. You do a little, get in there, go side to side. I'm next to somebody. And they're grunting. And so one time he grunted and farted.
Oof.
Nasty.
That's gross, dude.
So he looked around. And I looked back at him. I didn't have to say nothing. And my look said, yes, sir, I did acknowledge your ass. That's about what it sounded like.
That's rough.
Yeah.
and I acknowledged it. But what do you do there? Have you ever had one, where you doing some heavy lifting and one just kind of sneaks out?
Yeah, of course it's happened. I mean, like, what do you do? I mean, I think you did what the appropriate thing was. I saw you, move on with your day. I don't think you have to
keep it moving, man.
I don't think you have to have like a video review like you're the NFL referee or something like that. Like let him move on with this incident. He's trying to get his day in. I don't think you have to dwell on it.
All right.
But you did, obviously.
No, he looked at me. I was gonna keep it moving.
Embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I was gonna keep it moving, but
you weren't. Can I tell you something about hold on, no.
And then we made eye contact.
-1 for deception and lying. Let me tell you something about Leroy Horde. He doesn't keep it moving.
No?
So don't lie. Don't lie. Don't be
I'm
a
not
liar.
lying.
You would not keep it moving.
I'm not lying.
-1.
Come on.
Every time you play that, Leroy moves, so I think it's Leroy.
Really?
Yes.
-1 for
Yeah.
sass.
No, for lying.
Well, something came out of the, sass and ass kind of rhyme. So,
Yeah, man. So you didn't miss much of the Heat last night. It was a rough one. It was another one of those where it's just like, I just don't know. I don't know when it's all
You
going to
think they
get going.
put it
for
all
them.
on? We didn't make any shots.
I mean, they did miss a lot of open shots for sure. But you know,
But if
it was
you
just like
live by that, you're gonna die by that.
No,
So
totally
you
fair.
But
they only have, but like, dude, like you have a game with no Jimmy. Like Bam's the only guy who can really live in that area, and Bam was cooking yesterday,
right.
but nobody else was. Guy says on the text line, this year's Heat don't play hard every night. Jimmy was right. UD says that the Heat think they're better than they are. I don't think last night can totally apply to that because they're out 3 starters. So you're playing with some adverse situations. But
isn't everybody though in the sign of a good team is the teams that are able to keep it, reasonable and not have, like, they're not losing games because of lack of talent. I think they lose games because they get sloppy with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a point guard yesterday. Like, Kyle's out, Gabe's out, Vic's starting. It's, they have a different lineup. It's like shake a snow globe. That's the lineup the next night.
So are you getting tired of it now? Now you're getting tired of it. Because I've been saying this all year.
I mean,
the thing that bothers, the thing that worries.
You bring that up like that's something we've disagreed on. I don't feel like.
No. I'm not saying that. The thing that worries me is that, say, in 2 weeks, everybody's available. How long is it going to take then to figure out what the rotation is going to be? And that's what I worry about as time, as we get later on in the season. Not necessarily that everybody's healthy, but just because everybody's healthy, you don't necessarily just go back to what you were. You still have to figure out who's going to do what role is everybody going to play. And I think Spo has done, one of the things he does to kind of account for that is he tries not to move guys out of their roles if they're currently in roles. So that's why you'll see different guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to do yesterday. I mean, you're literally out 3 starters, so you obviously have to change some roles. And I think that they've been a thinner team this year because Max is in a hell of a slump right now. He's not shooting, and on top of that, dude's been a turnstile. So that hasn't been going great for him. Dwayne Dedmon, it feels like every time he goes to the game, anytime Dwayne Dedmon goes in the game, it feels like the lead collapses.
Right.
I think the one thing that annoyed me yesterday, like the only legitimate thing that I'm kind of, I look at a game like that and I just come away confused is like, you're telling me in a game like that, like you're not even going to try giving Jovic like any minutes at all.
Right.
That's weird. I find like it's strange that they're flying Jamal Cain up from Sioux Falls to give you 8 minutes. And you're telling me that like
Jovic couldn't get those 8 minutes.
If I play Jovic that 8 minutes, you're telling me it's gonna be that much more of a disaster with the lack of shooting the team has, with all that stuff. Like, and you'll tell me, like, I'm sure the answer I get is, well, he's young, he's young, he's a project, all that. Okay, but you don't practice. Like the Heat don't practice. They literally maybe they'll practice tomorrow because it's like the rare they have 2 days off between in game. So maybe they'll practice tomorrow. I would say that's probably the first time they've practiced in a month, especially at home. So, like, when do you have time for this young guy to develop? When do you have time for him to learn anything? Because he's played like 3 times over the last 14 games. Right. And yesterday doesn't really count. He played at the end for like a minute.
Right.
So
I'm just curious, when they gave him the minutes and he went in there and had like 11 points in 5 minutes, how can that not help in some capacity? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, you talk about things this team needs: size, a good complementary piece next to Bam,
facilitators,
and also like, yeah, facilitate shooting, and like, all right, maybe he'll go through some struggles, but I kind of would rather those struggles go through him. Like, he's a first-round pick. Like, why are we always giving the bumps and bruises and the time and time again to the guys on 2-way contracts and undrafted guys and all these guys we've never heard of, or guys that are the hidden gems, but you don't do it with your draft picks? It's weird. It's a strange thing because they've nailed their Bam they nailed, Tyler they nailed. They gave those guys. Bam was a slower grow than Tyler was, but I just I don't get that one. That's strange to me. That's
I would
strange
say
to me.
this. I would say this. And this is, I think that it may be something else. Right? Because all the things that we just talked about, there's no reason why he shouldn't be getting minutes. No reason. So if we can look at that situation and say, based on what he's done and we've seen him do, there's no reason why he couldn't help this team. I would say it has to be something else, whether it's an attitude thing, whether it's a team
You think
thing.
Jovic has sass?
I don't know. But we all the things, listen, the conversation we just had, there is no reason we can come up with why he shouldn't be playing. Which means there's got to be another reason. I mean, is that a fair assumption?
I don't know. I'm not even saying like when everybody's there, okay, I'll hear you out. But
has to be another reason.
3 starters out? You're flying a guy out from South Dakota? The guy doesn't play? What the hell?
Has to be another reason that we don't know about or we're not familiar with, or it just happens. It happens in every sport.
Guy says text line, crickets. Come on, man. Play basketball.
Well, I'm more than sure Jimmy didn't get the plate full of crickets and go, you know what, I'll pass. I got a basketball game. Right? I mean, could you, like, even if you're going there, right? That's not a thought that crosses your mind.
I feel like it must have been a really bad virus because I feel like Jimmy Butler has enough things he could go to if he really didn't want to go out and suit up. I don't feel like he's dogging a game because he's got a little bit of tummy trouble that could be fixed with, like, you know, a Tums.
Hey, dude, let me tell you. I ain't gonna, some people's stomachs, Tums don't help.
Guy says, probably use him as a trade piece. Riley gearing up for a trade. Doesn't want teams to see his skill or how bad he is. I don't know, man. I don't like.
I would agree with that. He needs to hit the weight room. He's too fragile. I get that. But let's be clear. Of all the guys that the Heat have brought in, Bam and Tyler, Jovic has more experience than they had when they came into the league. Because he's been playing with grown-ass men. Exactly.
I think it's more like a not knowing the defense. I don't think it's a fragility thing because I feel like
the people that know how to play defense.
That's what that's what I feel like. But that's what I feel like their reasoning is, because I don't think it's a fragility thing. I don't feel like when I've watched him, he's looked physically overwhelmed.
Right.
He's looked lost at times. But guess what? Max Drew's been here 3 years. He looks lost. Tyler Hero's been here 4 years. Looks lost.
It has to be something that there has to be a reason they have for not playing him that we are not aware of.
Just strange, dude.
It is.
What are we doing? Out of all these guys, you're giving more playing time to Jamal Cain.
Now, my question is this. Here's the other thing. If they had won, would we be having this conversation? I would be.
I mean, we've been talking about it.
Yeah,
we've been talking about the
win or lose. It has nothing to do with.
But I just watch a game. But I watch a game like that, and I'm like, man, no minutes, huh? Like all those guys out, no time, no PT.
I mean,
all these injuries, no playing time for him.
I mean, like they've played UD more than he's played.
Right, and I don't.
Like,
I don't feel like he's looked that bad.
It has to be something we don't know. And that's a tough, that's a tough thing.
That says, is Tobin repping Inter Miami for the preparation of Messi? Of course. I'm a huge Pinks fan, dude. Love the Pinks. Love them. Love them.
Should I give you a -1 for lies?
No, I do. I love the Pinks. Nobody's, Pinks even when they stink. That's what I say.
-1.
Thank you.
Take a break. Back after this.
Text W.
Ooh, yes. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops listen and children listen.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. This baseball free agency got a little wrestling last night.
It was weird. To me, it seemed like the Giants didn't really want to sign him, and they wanted a way out.
Oh, that little buyer's remorse, you think?
Yeah, because
Little regret?
Did he feel the physical?
You offer somebody $350 million.
Yep.
You already know what his status is.
I would think.
Right. So the fact that the day before he was supposed to be introduced, they then come out and say issues with the physical. I mean, anybody know about any injuries he's had? So he seemed like if you offering him that money, he's been doing pretty good for the last few years.
I mean, it's a long time. Like, one of the things that's weird about baseball is these contracts are so long.
Well, they do
There's
that.
no way he's not
Let's
playing
stretch the
till he's
money out.
40.
None of these guys are. Like, and like the fact that anybody wanted to crack down on PEDs was crazy. You got to have these guys juiced to the gills to have them playing that good. Yeah, it's so dumb.
You know what, Tobin? Maybe they can turn into a DH late in their career because now both.
That
leagues
is true. Yeah, you have a DH, but still, like, I don't know. But the Mets just swooped in.
Well,
We'll
they gave
knock
him
a-
one. They
we'll
gave
knock a
him
year off that.
one less year, but basically the same money.
Same average, yeah.
Yeah,
So he wanted to come to New York, Tobin and Leroy. Come on, man.
So you think like
He failed the physical on
failed it
purpose.
Can you
you
do
can't
that?
fail a physical.
Yes, you can. I mean, that happens in the NFL a lot.
Like, you think that they have him like running the bases? That's how the physical goes? I picture him like at a doctor.
Yeah, and I
Like-
just said, "Hey, doc, just tell him, my knees messed up,
You
man."
think they got like an MRI? They got like a I don't know, some kind of special like lighting on while he's taking BP. They're like, I don't like the way his ankle's moving there. You know, I don't think that's gonna hold up. I don't know, but the Mets came in, they
Really?
swooped in.
They give a guy $30 million after Tommy John surgery, and you gonna tell me they worried about what Carlos Correa can do?
I don't know, man. It's
I'm
such a
telling you.
strange.
Buyer's remorse. They found a way out.
It's saying
and
like
they
he
took advantage of
reopened.
it.
The reports are he reopened his free agency. So I guess he didn't like the fact that they were skittish about it.
I'm telling you, man, he didn't want to go to San Fran. That's
Why
pretty.
not,
That's plain
though?
and simple.
It's a great place.
That's great, but he probably has more friends in New York. He could play with his boy Francisco Lindor.
But first of all, this never works out. By the way,
Absolutely not.
When the two shorts,
First of all,
I've seen this movie before. Two shortstops playing on the same team.
It does work.
Nah, it
It's-
doesn't.
It does work. You just got to have pinstripes.
It worked. Oh, you're talking
Hey.
about the one time you guys had A-Rod and what was that? Is that your last championship?
That was our last
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Hey, when was
Hey,
your last championship?
It was when they beat the Yankees.
Yeah, I know, but when was your last
It
championship?
was 03, but when we beat the Yankees.
Okay, yeah,
Your beloved Derek Jeter.
all right, that's
who
cool.
came here
And
did
tortured
nothing.
you guys,
did
yeah,
nothing.
and you ripped you.
okay,
That's right.
so-
That's the inside job.
So Vlad, you're a Yankees fan.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm a
gee, what-
Yankees,
what-
Knicks,
gee,
Jets fan.
Whoa,
Yes, and Rangers.
What a mix.
I thought it was
But, like-
Giants Yankees.
I remember. Don't you remember when the Marlins did this with Hanley and Jose Reyes? Doesn't work, dude. Now the Mets, like this.
It's not going to work for the Mets, Tobin.
Here's
That's
the
just
thing.
plain and simple.
Here's the thing with Steve Cohen. This guy's got I don't care money. Like, good for him, I guess. Not good for the Marlins because now this guy's like, it's like the Marlins have a Dodgers that just moved into their division now because he don't care. 40-year-old Verlander, whatever, 40 million, give him.
He spent over $850 million.
I know it's very daunting to be in this division. The Marlins need to be in another division.
But
I don't
know. They need to be in the division with the Oakland A's
and the Rays.
Tampa Bay. At
Pittsburgh.
one point, Houston was that way. Pittsburgh, the Orioles.
Oh
Oh my God, that's a crappy
They just
division
call
right
it
there.
they just call it Division C for cheapo.
the cheapskate division.
Yeah.
The Rays would win it every year.
Uh, yeah,
They would
because
win it.
they pitched their starting pitcher in the third inning.
This is just. But yeah, that's some wrestling stuff going on last night. But that doesn't ever seem to work out when the 2-star shortstops go there. It's like,
Why?
somebody always makes a stink. There's just always
Really?
they're friends, and then there's a rift.
He's right.
All right.
It's happened.
A-Rod Jeter,
They're not
Rifty
friends no
rift.
more. They're not as cool
Oh,
as they
We'll
were.
yeah.
try and pretend like they are.
They're not. No. They pretty
They're-
much said it in his documentary. Yeah, he took shots at me. I didn't like it. I mean, we're cool, but we're not as cool as we were before.
Remember when they did the Sunday Night Baseball this year?
Oh,
Still frosty.
awkward.
Still
Awkward.
frosty.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Frosty
by the
as
way,
hell.
I hate to give this news. Franco Harris.
I was going to give you an opportunity to talk about it, but typical Leroy brings up death in the middle of nowhere. Do you have anything to say about the great Franco Harris?
When I was a kid, the Pittsburgh Steelers were the team, right? In the 70s. And people don't remember this, but Jim Brown used to always get on Franco Harris about running out of bounds. And so I think I was in my teens, and Jim Brown said, if I could beat Franco Harris in a race, I'll come back and play football. And so they raced. Jim Brown pulled up lame.
No.
Yeah. Hammy.
Wow.
And so but he was he was a staple of that football team. He ran at a time when there was nothing but running, he ran for 12,000 yards now. So
Jeez.
and one of the reasons why in New Orleans everybody knows him is because back before they had all these copyrights, Popeyes, their commercial used the Immaculate Reception. So every time you saw a Popeyes commercial, you saw the Immaculate Reception. So we all knew about Franco in New Orleans because we associated with Popeye's chicken.
Wow. That's great. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. That's a tough day for the Steelers fan, the football community. Iconic moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, we've seen crazy stuff, right? We've seen crazy stuff in football. When you talk about the Miracle in Meadowlands, you talk about just that nonsense last week. You talk about the Saints you talk about with the Dolphins and the lateral against the Patriots. I mean, we all have these moments in time where we remember these crazy plays, but that one was like one of the first ones that everybody was just staring at their TV and couldn't stop looking like, what just happened?
Nutty.
Nutty.
Tua coming up next. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. I love Christmas.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
To the program, ladies and gentlemen.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Now that you've had 24 hours, are you still coming to the program with that nonsense you were talking yesterday?
I wasn't talking nonsense. I was stating facts. If anybody's talking nonsense, it's you.
Why?
Because you are acting like I'm saying a fact, which is if the Dolphins win their last two games, they clinch a playoff berth. Like that's a negative thing. Just the facts.
No.
I do agree with you. I don't disagree with you. See, here's the thing. You're always looking for a disagreement. I'm okay with being on the same page with you. You and me, we're more alike than you think. And the fact that you're always trying to butt against it, like a billy goat. Like it's always like you're trying to go up against me. Me and you, we're in lockstep here. I just happen to mention the fact that, you know what? If they do lose, they're okay. Just got to win the last two.
All right. And I think I'm from the school of, I ain't going to even talk about losing. Win them all.
Well, you
right?
don't have to talk about it.
And you already talking about, well, if they don't win this game.
No, if anything, I love the way Javon Holland talked about it yesterday, where it's like, somebody asked him about the playoffs. He goes, I'm a mother bleeping Aaron Rodgers. I'm not thinking about the playoffs. I got to focus on not losing to this all-time great. I love that.
Here, in recent years, okay, we have been faced with a dilemma: win your last game to get into the playoffs, or win your last two and you're in.
Yep.
I would not like to be in that situation.
Neither would I.
So I won't even discuss losing to Green Bay. You're a better team than Green Bay. Yeah, they got Aaron Rodgers, but they're 6-8, and they're 6-8 for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Rodgers is part of that. So,
I think the Dolphins could technically clinch this weekend, right? If the Jets lose to the Jaguars, and the Packers lose to the Bengals, I think they can clinch.
Vlad,
yeah,
they losing to the Jaguars.
Okay.
So, I don't know what to tell you.
Can you talk?
I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to tell you. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
You need two Jets losses. Remember, Jets have the tiebreaker on you guys still.
They can't clinch this weekend.
You can't.
No.
You sure?
Not as long as the Jets have the upper hand on you. It'll go down to the Jets game, worst case scenario.
Regardless, if the Jets are one game behind you and they play week 18, the Jets beat you, the Jets will. And
if it's the same record, the Jets would have the tiebreaker.
Right.
But what if it's what if the Jets if the Dolphins split? Is there a possible way that goes?
So you saying if they win the next two and lose to the Jets?
Well, the Jets wouldn't finish with the same record because the Jets are already a game back. So if they lose tomorrow, they're going to be 2 games back technically.
Oh, they're losing tomorrow.
Okay, but they haven't yet. We can't put that in the bank. But I agree. I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence may have me answer for my crimes. I don't know yet. I mean, he's still 6-8. Like, calm down a little bit.
Can I ask you a question? Who would you rather have, Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. Everybody wants sunshine.
Old MILF Hunter? No, he's not.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm laughing at Salah, who's like, I can't believe everybody thinks, this guy's not going to be good. You didn't. You call that the old Flores?
Right? Say we following your lead.
Not that I maybe disagree with him in this
Point
case.
for Tobin.
Give you that.
It's and one of the things that kills me about coaching is in some of these situations, you are in the same boat as that young quarterback. You a new coach, you trying to get your footing in the coaching, in the coaching profession and the head coaching profession. And you want people to be more patient than you are willing to be with your players.
Mm.
That's terrible. Now, I will say this. When they took, it's a different circumstance from this standpoint. When your team is winning, as a head coach, you have an obligation to the other guys on the team. And so whether you want to be patient with a player or not, if he's the reason why your team is losing, you got a responsibility to the other 52 guys. So how do you go about that? And the Jets started the season on fire.
Not really.
I mean, what were they, 7-2, 7-3?
They surprised people. I mean,
We were
especially
1-2 until Zach came in, and then we went 5-1,
Okay, 7-3.
6-3.
6-3. Okay. For where you've been, that's on fire.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Expectations just
Right.
like you guys
But-
expect every week you win. Expectations get higher.
Right. So, but the thing is that now from a coaching perspective, your whole mentality changes because you win in football games and you win in football games a certain way. And then you have this quarterback who's not playing up to the level to continue that. You understand that he's a young quarterback, but don't you have more responsibility to keep doing what you've been doing?
I think the problem with him though, is it's not, one of the differences between Zach Wilson and Tua, and this is I think one of the things that you got to give Tua credit for, is that even with everybody bashing on him and dogging on him, and he probably could have gone to the Rolodex of a lot of things that were up against him, he never said anything.
Right.
This Zach Wilson and Mac Jones, as soon as there's a minute where they could blame somebody else, rats off a ship, and they're
Right.
throwing somebody else. Look, I get it as a young guy, and everybody says you suck. I understand it that it's your natural defense mechanism to go and say, hey, well, what about this? What about this? But that was one of the things that was incredible about Tua, is that he had this mental resolve on him that he's
Right.
never gonna put it on
Right.
anybody else. He's
Which-
always gonna say the classy thing, and he's always just gonna
Right.
put his head down and move on. I think that's the thing that probably bought a lot of popularity with him this year and his success, and that he
Wh-
didn't
Right.
complain about this stuff at all. I mean, there's a clip going on right now with Bradley Chubb. He got interviewed by Von Miller on the Voncast, and Bradley Chubb's already saying he's one of my favorite teammates. He's been his teammate for 4 weeks.
Right.
He goes, he is the greatest. He's nice to everybody. He's like, he calls me Oos. He's got me that, and that's the Samoan thing going on there. He's like, I love it. I love this guy. I love him.
Right.
He's been here for 4 minutes, Bradley Chubb.
Right.
But that's
Now-
the kind of impact Tua's making.
But that dynamic with Tua is not what's going on with Zach Wilson, which is another kind of issue that the coach has to deal with that maybe we don't have to deal with, right? Like, you don't know what that dynamic is with the other players and Zach Wilson.
No, I
But-
mean, look, obviously, if they're wearing T-shirts of Mike White, it wasn't great.
But that's kind of, as a coach, don't you have to kind of take all that in and say you have a responsibility to
did.
the whole team?
He
Right.
did. Okay, if he wanted to say, look, he's my guy, number 2 pick and everything. No. And I think after that comment against New England, he thought about it and he made the move for Mike White. Listen, Mike White didn't listen. If that middle linebacker from the Bills didn't split Mike White in half, Mike White would be playing right now.
Of course.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
let's
but
that's the
are
case
we-
right now. If the man doesn't have 3 broken ribs,
So that's why it's funny.
Mike White.
That's why it's funny that the coach comes out and is like, "Oh, I don't understand why everybody's doesn't
Right.
think that Zach Wilson's going to be great." It's like, well, your actions.
I mean,
Right.
2 years. You
That's
still got
why-
you got 3 years. Listen, guys. I mean, I could recall many people in this station saying the same thing about Tua last season,
But that's what.
and that was his second season.
But again, this is the big difference of it is that your quarter, like Zach Wilson. We can talk about talent, we can talk about development and all that. His mental being and his way to handle these stuff in the media, he already doesn't have that stuff
right now
and
at 22 years old.
But Tua had that no matter what. Like that stuff you can always control, no matter what the game situations are. The way that you handle responsibility and the way that you can call people out. That's a maturity that Tua had right out of the gate because he was already dealing with that stuff. He had Ryan Fitzpatrick crying and whining to the media over the same thing. He did, dude. A media darling, and Tua just stayed as class he goes. Zach Wilson, if you're telling me that you're calling people out already, he's probably going to do that his whole career.
Guys, you're taking one isolated incident and you're making it into a big deal.
Doesn't matter. You show your true colors when things are going wrong.
So, but here's what I would say about that is that you can see how people deal with certain adversities and how Tua did it, ingratiated his teammates and his players to him, so that when he did turn it around, he had all the support of his players and his teammates. If Zach Wilson should happen to have a good game, is he going to get that same support because of the attitude and the way in which he's handled the situation? You see what I mean? That's all part of it. Part of it is how you handle it. Look, a lot of people say the same thing about Baker Mayfield. That how he handled certain situations is one of the reasons why he's not the quarterback there.
Definitely. Let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Dolphins, they're back on the practice field today as they get ready for the Green Bay Packers.
Christmas treat.
The Christmas Day game. So you got that. The Heat, they lost to the Bulls yesterday. But the Hurricanes won. They beat number 6 Virginia, so good for them.
Yep.
National Signing Day, Miami Hurricanes, a whole class. ESPN.
Did they get Seabiscuit or what's his name?
Pancake Honcho.
Pancake Honcho.
Get it right.
Yeah. They get him? Did he sign?
I'll see if he officially signed. Let me see if Pancake Honcho officially signed. I have no reason to believe that he would pull a Carlos Correa on us.
Really?
Love Pancake Honcho.
If a grown ass man could do it, what makes you think an 18-year-old can't change his mind?
It's just a weird thing to swerve on right away. I don't know.
All right.
It was, you're gonna do that on 2 days after saying I'm going. That's kind of weird.
Hey, Vlad, what do you have on your left eye?
They tweeted it out, so he's official, Leroy. Pancake Honcho.
That's your right eye, dude.
It's just
there
tear.
you go. You got it.
It was a tear.
So Samson
cry for the Jets.
Samson Okunlola has officially signed, Leroy.
Okay. All right.
There you go. The Bills.
What about
They're
them?
bastards. They are trying to infiltrate the Miami Dolphins with rat poison. Tell you about that next.
Our number 2 with Tobin and Leroy.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Leroy's gone off to do his Cleveland nonsense. What do they got to talk about? You know, what are they talk about? Their Guardian signing that's going on? Who cares? Give you a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm, your exattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call up 866-954-MORE. I'm seeing a lot of reports, J-Fig. Iguana freezing is coming up this weekend.
Are you ready for that?
I am ready. Bring it
That
on.
doesn't really happen towards me. Not that I've ever
You don't
seen.
have any iguanas down in Kendall?
No, I've seen a lot of iguanas. I've just never seen them freeze like that.
Really?
Probably by you because you're more up north than I am.
Yeah. Oh, they run rampant. I mean, they treat my house like it's a resort. It's a little ridiculous. Now they don't go in the yard anymore because Sunny Bunny has the yard on lockdown. But they're in the trees. They think about it. I know they think about it.
I don't really see them in my backyard now. I'm more concerned about gators in my backyard.
Apparently, they've taken out like the Lake Worth electric grid like 3 times this year.
What?
Yep. Because they burrow. And I'm not talking Joe. Burro. No, they're all in there. All right, I got to get to this. Leroy, we'll get to his thoughts on this, but I need to get to this immediately. So, these rat bastard Bills. And we're streaming live, by the way, on YouTube. We're back. People have asked. We have answered. WQAM's YouTube page. I've tweeted out the link. JVig, maybe you could retweet that WQAM Twitter account so people can go find us, subscribe. You'll get a notification every time we go live. Clips will still be up there, and we're also still streaming live on Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. But the Bills, they're bastards. Okay? They already beat the Dolphins on the field this weekend, but now they're trying to beat them in the locker room. Everybody knows that with the Dolphins, there was a little bit of drama coming into this year with Mike Gesicki. Give him the franchise tag, didn't commit to him long term, and then him and McCochin, they're cool, but McCochin had George Kittle. He likes a certain well-rounded tight end. Mike Gesicki, the snaps, they're up and down, they're low. The production has not been there. Mike Gesicki's got 5 yards, 1 catch over his last 4 games. They don't use him. He's like a ghost. You forget about it. So the Bills put out a mic'd up. Now, J-Fig, you see these mic'd ups. We love this when they did Mike McDaniel, when they did Tua. I love when they do the mic'd up.
I love him. I love hearing what's going on.
Typically, when you do a mic'd up, it's just your guys talking to your guys, Maybe a little back and forth, like an attaboy. Oh, hey, what a hit. Great hit. Well, it's maybe a little jawing back and forth. But there's never any real drama that's put out there. It's usually pretty
Basic.
A lot of these stuff has to be approved. Like Hard Knocks has to be approved. You can't just put stuff out there. And so that's why, for example, when you watch an NBA game and you watch Eric Spoelstra saying, all right, let's get out there and rebound. The reason why it's boring is the NBA teams have to approve what gets broadcast. But these rat Bills have thrown a skunk into the Dolphins locker room. Listen to what happened between Dawson Knox, the Bills tight end, and Mike Gesicki. They're chatting it up after the game, J-Fig, hugs and handshakes, and listen to what this Mike Gesicki has to say to Dawson Knox. Take a peep.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Thank you, man. I'm happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling. That means a lot.
I'm happy you got paid. I'm happy with the way you're playing, and I'm happy they're effing using you.
Oh.
They know what they're doing, though. This is the Bills mic'd up that they put out. Dawson Knox was mic'd up for the game, and these rat bastards decided to leak a little petty Gesicki up on for everybody's business, for everybody to hear. Gesicki doesn't know that he's mic'd up, and they sneak like little weasels. These Bills, they watch this. So the one piece, everything's kumbaya in Dolphins land. Mike McDaniel and Tua love each other. Tyreek loves Tua. And the defense, everybody's getting along. The one thing that could make a little rift is that Mike Gesicki drama. And they put it out there for all the world to see. You could say, maybe Mike Gesicki's just happy for Dawson Knox. That's out there for a purpose. I know what they're doing. You guys know what they're doing. We all know what the Bills are doing here. They're trying to break the Dolphins apart from the inside. They went toe-to-toe with the Dolphins, and they said, you know what? This team's tough. We've gotten out of the wire with them twice. They got one. We got one. We got to do whatever we can. So their weasel media department decides, what kind of dirt can we throw on the Dolphins? What can we do? Maybe it's something. Could be something. Could be nothing.
Oh, it's nothing.
Nah, it's not nothing.
It's nothing.
It's not nothing.
It's
It's
nothing.
not nothing, dude. It's not nothing.
Toby,
If it's something, I want to hear what that something is.
I'm telling you what it is.
it's nothing.
Dude, 1 catch, 5 yards the last 4 weeks. That's a month, dude. That's a month of football. He's got 5 yards.
How many catches does he have for the whole season?
Let me see. Mike Gesicki, total receptions.
I think he might only have 30. Over
25.
under 30.
Very close. 25.
Holy crap.
25.
And how many did he have last season?
Last season, Mike Gesicki had 73 catches.
Holy wow.
73 catches.
73?
73 catches last year.
And he's only had 1 catch in the last, 4 games, you said?
1 catch. 1 mother bleeping catch. They don't use him. And so, look, I don't think Mike Gesicki's as classy as they come. I don't think Mike Gesicki does anything on purpose. He wouldn't come to the podium and make a stink. He's done it. He's deflected. They've tried. So the only person that could cause a ruckus, that could cause a disturbance, are these rat bastard Bills. They decide, if they don't make a stink, we'll make the stink for you. We'll put your dirty laundry out there for all the world to see. Mike Gesicki acting like he's happy for his friend, when really he's talking about his own situation. So you guys chew on that, Dolphins Reddit. You chew on that, Finn's Twitter.
Yeah, I think you'd be upset too if you only had 1 catch.
I'm sure he is upset.
And you're playing in that cold.
Look, I'm sure
You're running for no reason.
I'm sure he's not happy about it. We all know that he's not happy about it. But we've moved on. And the Bills are like, you haven't moved on, because watch this. Our mic'd up is going to leak your dirty laundry. Is going to make a little thing out of something. It's going to make what seems like nothing. No, it's something. And I knew as soon as I saw this, everybody's going to be like, whoa, look at Gesicki. No, forget Gesicki. What about the Bills? What they're up to? It's not enough that they won the game. All right? We're all trying to move on. What's fair is fair. That was a good game. It's been some good matchups against the Bills. But it's not enough. They gotta take more. They gotta poison the Dolphins' mind. The Dolphins' locker room. I don't like it. I don't like it. It smells. It's dirty play. And I want revenge.
You want revenge?
I don't know what that is. Maybe we got to have like Romberg send some photos of like Ken Dorsey or something like that. I don't know why he would help the Dolphins, but we need something. We need a counterpunch.
Maybe you should have Tyreek talk to Gabe Davis and say, hey, man, good game, bro. You know, I wish they used you better. You're only getting 2 catches a game.
I don't know. I don't know what the move is, but this is dirty play by the Buffalo Bills. That is a rat move, and I don't like it.
Is it a rat move because it's the Dolphins? Because if the Dolphins did that to another team,
they would
think,
never. Oh, how? They would never. I've watched their mic'd ups, Vlad. Where's their poison? Have you seen it? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Hard to say. Why are you making up what ifs? I can only do with what's here. I don't know what the Dolphins would do. You live in Peter Pan land. I'm living in real world. What I see here is clear foul play. I don't know if the Dolphins would do foul play. Now,
you don't know that. Wait. Whoa. You don't know the Dolphins will do foul play?
I don't know.
Hey, Stephen Ross.
Tampering. Hey, look.
A man got suspended for 2 months.
And you know what? What did he do? Did his time, moved on. Did he have a
Okay,
press conference
so
about
don't
it?
tell me that.
And also,
there's not rat bastardness going on with your organization.
And also, that Bruce Beal, he got him the hell out of there because he embarrassed him. You couldn't get Tom Brady, idiot. putting the mic'd up out. What kind of a move is that?
That's a good move by the Bills,
That's
man.
dirty, dude. Can I hear this again? Listen to this. This filth that they put out there for the world that I'm gonna play.
I'm so happy for you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling.
Thanks,
I'm happy
man.
using you.
That means a lot.
Well, it does mean a lot.
It's the curse word when he says, "I'm happy they effing using you."
Yep.
That-
Personal.
Yeah, that was yeah.
It's
That's
that extra.
personal.
It's that extra emphasis.
yeah. Get you. You know what it
And
is?
what?
'Cause he's
Yep.
been dying. You see, Toby, you should have interviewed Gesicki. He's been dying to let it out. He's been wanting to let
I
this
don't-
emotion
look,
out.
Only you can let that
He's
out.
clearly
Right?
He's clearly disgruntled.
Need a TTO.
He's clearly disgruntled. I get it. We knew
By the
this.
way, that's a point for me.
We knew this. We knew he wasn't going to be happy. The writing was on the wall in training camp that he wasn't going to be happy. But we had all kind of moved on. We had all moved on. And now Buffalo comes in and they sneak in the back door with some you thought this drama was over? Here you go. Mike Gesicki. Now it's a thing again. Congratulations. Good for you, Buffalo. You bastards.
Let's see if Tua starts throwing at Mike Gesicki's direction
He
on
won't.
Sunday.
He won't. He won't. You don't think he's made it known to them?
Oh man. Hey man, he's frustrated, bro. He needed to talk to somebody that knows his trials and tribulation, man. That's all. You don't like that, right? You don't like
No,
any-
I don't like it. I
Yeah.
don't mind that he said it. I don't care that he said it
But
to
you
his
don't-
friend.
It's mic'd up.
I don't like the fact that the Bills leaked it. That's what I don't like. He can have a conversation with his friend. What's wrong with talking to your friend about business? Who doesn't talk bleep to their friends about their job? That's what friends are for. But I have a huge problem with the Bills leaking it. That is what my problem is. I don't care about Mike Gesicki being unhappy. We've known that since August that he was going to be unhappy. But we'd all moved on. We had squashed it. Now he's like, hey, Dawson, I hate it here. I'm happy for you and everything you're in. That's basically what he's implying. And the Bills are like,
I was in confidence.
can't wait to leak this one for everybody to hear. That Dolphins team that you think loves each other, watch this. One of their most known players, he's disgruntled. I don't like it. You can go to hell, Buffalo. Back after this. back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Panthers are back in action tonight. We're going to do a little cat talk coming up at the top of next hour. Mike McDaniel, speaking of the media, getting ready for a little Dolphins and getting ready for a little Packers. And I just read some quote this week, just now, J Fig, about Mike McDaniel. This is he said, "This morning for breakfast I had berries and they had me jacked, son."
What?
Not according to Barry Jackson.
Who's he talking to?
That's just, I don't know. I'm guessing the media.
Is he talking to me? Is he talking to my people? Who's he talking to? The media?
I don't know.
It got me jacked, son.
It got me jacked, son.
And he was talking about, wait, I want to know, was this wordplay? Was it a Barry Jackson that asked the question? And he's just,
I don't know. It said Mike McDaniel, no context. Quote, "This morning for breakfast, I had berries and they had me jacked, son."
That's a special berries, man. There must be
Do you
some.
think he had granola with those berries? Like, do you think it was just a straight up fruit thing? Because I don't feel like berries would ever get me just jacked up by themselves.
He would say
I feel like
granola, but
you think he's got to like mix it into a parfait? And what kind of berries are we talking about? Does he consider grapes berries?
berries and cream.
Because blueberries are not getting me jacked up, son. They're not. They're not. Raspberries?
Strawberries.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
I feel like
him
you got to
considering
distinguish
he's
strawberries if they are strawberries. You can't just say berries. I feel
Yeah,
like
you
that's
got. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you.
They got to be wild berries, blackberries, blueberry. Maybe he's mixed. Do you think he went mixed berry?
Well, he is
probably
mixed.
did.
That's true.
He didn't specify what berry it was, so I'm pretty sure it was mixed.
It's a multi. How about this? Multi berries.
Oh, like some extra antitoxins or something in there.
Yeah.
Clear out the system.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Clear
a guy.
out all the Skittles or his little snacks.
Yeah, maybe it was a cleansing.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he felt a
That's
little
why
bit
they have
sluggish.
them that way. Exactly.
Yeah, because you don't want to have those crashes when you're watching film. You know,
Nah,
you gotta be well fueled like a machine.
you gotta be jacked up, son.
You know what? And probably,
Oh,
I'll tell you the first thing that probably jacked him up was this damn video that the Bills leaked.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
I'm so happy for you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling.
Thanks,
I'm happy
man.
using you.
That means a lot.
By the way, he's not happy.
No.
Anytime somebody says I'm happy in a 5 second
Means I'm
5
not
seconds,
happy.
6 times, they're not happy.
No, he's not happy at all. Well, what is this stuff that they just think they can just put out willy-nilly? That's amazing.
I love it,
Anyway,
Buffalo.
I don't. And you wouldn't love it too if it was if
It was Zach Wilson going to Josh Allen.
Tre'Davious White going to like Sauce Gardner. You're like, I'm glad you got paid.
It's
You
all right,
wouldn't like
man.
it.
Let's break the Dolphins within.
I don't like it.
No.
Not a fan. By the way, did you see that it's being widely reported right now that the NFL ticket's going to go to YouTube TV.
Wow.
That's where
I
it's
saw
going.
that.
Yep.
Is it official already?
Close.
I don't think it's official, but it's looking like that's the way it's going. DirecTV is Dunzo, which will be soon too, and it looks like it is going to be official. JFig, YouTube TV. So basically, what I'd like to say is us in the NFL, samesies, because we are also now streaming on YouTube. So welcome, Roger Goodell. We'd like to welcome you to the family. It's great to have you aboard. Mind your business around here, though. Okay, like no, be on your P's and Q's, dude. I don't want you coming out here thinking you can just do whatever you want. All right, let's calm down. Meanwhile, Miami Hurricanes, we got National Signing Day going on right now. Mario Cristobal, he's got a lot of big stars coming in here. His big haul, trying to absolutely revamp this program that he came here. An embarrassing year, disappointing year, but this is what he's known for. This is him in his bag, coming in here, getting recruits, overturning the roster, getting his guys in. Thought it'd be maybe an easier process in year one. It was not. And so now he's got to come in here and he's got to bring in a ton of talent. And this is what he's great at. This is what you go to him for and why you think that he is going to be a successful coach down here, why they pay him all that money, why they give him everything they need here. That's why. You give him $80 million because he can recruit. You give him all that. You give him all the facilities he's going to need. You give him the coaches he's going to need. You give him the opportunity to maybe get coaches that he thought that he needed, but needs somebody new. Any of those resources, this is the day. This is the day where he shows why he's great. Being there right in lockstep with the Alabamas and Georgias of the world, which is what they're saying. that the class is right up there with him. You know, he's an O-line guy, 2 5-star guys on the O-line. Big old meatballs up front. That's what you need. All right. No more of this Tyler Van Dyke getting hit and split in half against Duke. Enough of that nonsense. You get in here, you get some real towers up front to protect this QB. This is where you're in your bag. Then, of course, I get the exciting part, which is the mustachioed strength and conditioning coach getting these guys a lot stronger, J-Fig, which I can't wait for. Juicy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I miss him. He needs to get me back to that motivation.
Because you were so disappointed with the season?
Yeah.
I think he will. Because, you know, one sip of that cafecito and he'll be on it again.
He needs more than one sip now.
Dade South says that Saban's trying to steal their best recruit. You know what I think? I think Nick Saban then should just get into a fist fight with Mario Cristobal. How about that? Then we'll see what's what. We'll see who wins. Trying to bully the guy on his first full recruiting day down here in Miami. His first full class. You bastard. As if you don't have enough, Nick Saban. You know, with your pandering for the playoff. Embarrass yourself. Let's be real about it, dude. What are you these days? You're sitting here, you're begging. You go hat in hand to Fox afterwards, and you're like, "Oh, we deserve to be in. Would we be favored?" It's pathetic. You know what Mario Cristobal did after not making a bowl? He shut up like a man, and he went and he hit the ground recruiting. You're sitting here pandering on TV. It's embarrassing, dude. What became of you, Nick Saban? I mean, we always knew you had this weasel in you because of the way you scurried out of Miami. Now you're off and trying to do that again. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I do like this Jim Larinaga. That's what I like. Because last night, Goosey's galore, dude. What this guy's able to do. Imagine if he was never hoodwinked by this bull bleep scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, J-Fig, the steps that he had to get all the way back to. This dude's been nothing but great since he's been down here. He's 73, still young and spry, still has all that enthusiasm, still coaching his ass off. Thank God this Isaiah Wong stayed, though, because I remember last year when he was like, maybe I'll leave, you know. Oh, AJ Fig, kicking ass. Love it.
Good game yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good game. I tell you what, a lot more pride in that basketball floor than there was down on 601 Biscayne Boulevard last night.
Wow,
There
that's
was.
true though. It's true.
It's true. I'm not, look, nobody loves the Heat like me. I love them, but man, a real poop fest. Starting with the Crickets.
Yeah, why? Why did he do that?
What, eat crickets in
Yeah.
Mexico?
I don't. Did he know he was eating crickets?
Oh, he knew. He was very proud of it. He chirped about it after the game. He was like, "Oh yeah." They said, like, "How'd you like your stay here?" Loved it.
Does he love it now?
Obviously not. I mean, maybe he won't blame the Crickets, but I feel like it's an easy place to go.
Could have been a tequila he drank.
Nah.
It's more of a wine guy, right? I don't know. But you're right. I mean, who knows what it could have been? Just always a risk there. Maybe that's why they played that way. I don't know. All I know is Canes, they gave you something to be happy with. The Heat, they did not. And that's been at that home in that arena has been all too common lately. That you go on there, you're like, what do we got tonight, boys? And the thing that annoys me about it is that you had a team. You know, I got so happy yesterday because Goran, you know, he comes in that building, so Slovenian and happy. Everybody loves to see him. Goes there. There was this moment, J-Fig. He locks eyes with Ron Rothstein. And so I got the two goats right there. My two beloveds. Gogi, Ron.
You're boots on the ground, right?
Oh, yeah. I was
Okay.
boots on the ground. I see Gogi, Ron. The smiles from ear to ear that they had for each other warmed my heart.
Goosies?
Goosey's galore, dude. I mean, it really did. Like, it was a beautiful sight. Ron Rothstein and Goran Dragic.
Goosies.
This guy should not be on the Chicago Bulls right now. They're a mess. They hate each other, and they did win last night. But that's besides the point. Gogi doesn't want to be there. He's saying hi to everybody. J-Fig, when I
He's
say
showing
everybody,
off here in Miami, trying to just make his way back.
he should be. It's not right. He should be on the Heat. He loves it here. We love him. They did the little montage. I didn't see what the sound was because they didn't have the volume on of the media desk, but I saw that they did a little montage. I was like, oh, miss him so much. Didn't get to see his guy Jimmy though, because Jimmy ate crickets. See, if Goron was there, that would have never happened. Because Jimmy's like, I'm gonna
In
eat these
Mexico with him?
definitely. Because Goron would have said, Jimmy, buddy, eating crickets is a terrible idea, buddy. Don't do it. And he goes, Goron, you're right. But instead, he probably had some guy, some yes man Jimmy had next to him. He goes, yeah, try the crickets.
Wasn't one of them Tyler Hero?
Did Tyler Hero have crickets? Obviously not. Because why would he? I do think Jovic was there too.
Trying to remember the stories.
Got more playing time at the dinner table than he did at the game last night. Ridiculous. Let my guy Yovi play. Let Yovi play. Let him bowl. That's what I want to see. Vucevic. I mean, I swear to God, sometimes I wake out of a slumber and I'll just shout, Vucevic! Been doing this since the Magic days. Killing the Heat. Slapping him up with 25-point double-doubles his entire career. Him, DeRozan. They all hate Zach LaVine. And you can tell it too. Because yesterday in the layup line, very frosty. And the Heat let that win yesterday.
You know what the Heat just might have
infighting.
started? The Bulls revolution right now. The Heat could have just helped the Bulls turn their things around, turn their season around, and start winning.
I don't know, dude. I think they probably look around and like, I don't know. We just beat like Haywood Highsmith. I think that's probably what they're thinking of themselves. Although Haywood did play good yesterday.
Hey, he's better Haywood Highsmith than Haywood Workman.
Not his fault. It's not H's fault. That's for sure.
Not Bam's fault.
Not Bam's fault. Shooters? Turnstiles, dude.
Let me ask you a question, Tobin, since you're the big South Florida fan. More disappointing, Duncan Robinson or Mike Gesicki?
Mike Gesicki. Actually, Duncan had a pretty nice. He had he's kind of coming on.
Yeah.
Strus. Whew. Now, you could say, well, Duncan makes $90 million. Strus, he makes peanuts. But they believe in Strus. And Strus has not rewarded that faith over the last month. He has been in a slump. I don't know what to do.
You got a 30-11.
I think it's affecting everything else too. Because he's not hitting shots, and I think it's affecting his defense.
He's not defending at all.
Not at all, dude. Not at all. Not like he was. Listen, it's not like he was Gary Payton, but I felt like last year he had a little spring in his step. He was cocky with his game. I feel like he's a little lost because the shots aren't going in, and it affects him on the other side.
I think you need to bring him back in and give him some TTL.
You think I got to give Max Strus some TTL?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't just bust out TTL willy-nilly, J-Fig. You can't just give Tobes tough love to anybody.
Yeah, you do.
And you got to give it to who can handle it. Max Strus is so adorable. I've written songs about him. Tyler Hero, I just knew it was the right time.
Give him another song that motivates him to be better.
I don't know.
Strus is loose?
No,
I don't know.
A topper.
I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Has to be another banger.
I may have to, you know what, though? Maybe Max Strus does need some Tobe stuff love. I don't know.
It's time for the TTL, baby.
I don't know. It may be. Him, Gabe Vincent. They really need to revamp this.
Some people get BBLs. You give TTLs.
Yep. Take a quick break. Back with more after this.
Christmas. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm all right.
What are they talking about over in Cleveland today, dude?
Talking about the weather.
Oh,
Talking about the wind's supposed to be 40 miles an hour, and the Saints are coming to town.
Oh,
and
true
talking
game
about
to your heart.
And they're talking about whether Nick Chubb should sit because he got a hurt ankle. And that was it.
There you go.
So, but other than that, I mean, they're in the, like, man, you start having conversations. So I have conversations with people in Minnesota and Cleveland and down here, right? Cleveland's miserable because, they're in this spot right now. And Deshaun is just finally starting to, like, loosen up a little bit. You can't come in hot like I'm the guy, right? You got to kind of ingratiate yourself to the players and kind of, become part of that. And so it's taken a couple of weeks, but they say he's starting to, be that leader or whatever. Minnesota, they're like, as so many teams do that have Kirk Cousins, they're going to do the Kirk Cousins thing, but they're going to win their division. And then down here, everybody's, scared because of past, because of history, so it's really, it's that time of year. It's that time of year. It's that time of year where you could be home for the holidays, or, you planning to play a playoff game, and everybody gets frustrated and excited and whatever.
Let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Heat, they lost to the Bulls. The Canes beat Virginia. So you got that. It is National Signing Day. A lot of the class getting tweeted out, although Dade South pointed out that it's Nick Saban's trying to steal their top recruit, Cormani McClain, Leroy, cornerback. His mother has said that he will not be signing with Miami today. So,
damn, mom said that?
That's the mom.
That's official. You know that.
The mom said not signing
Were
today.
Were they counting
chickens?
Yeah.
I don't know. Possible.
I know. Listen, I've done shows with Dono. Oh my goodness. Like, he is into it.
I know.
And I'm like, hey man, you see what Carlos?
There's a lot of stuff out there. There's Florida rumors with him. Apparently, some people are thinking maybe Deion's making a move. So he apparently is not signing today. So
who's not in a lot of these conversations, which is funny? Notre Dame.
I feel like I saw them pretty high the other day, though.
Really?
Yeah, I think I did. Updated class rankings. Let me see. I feel like I saw them. Yeah, they were 4th yesterday. But I'm with you. I don't hear them like around a lot of circuits, but I remember looking yesterday because I wanted to see where the Canes were, and they were right behind the Canes. Canes are 3.
Really?
On ESPN's rankings, yeah.
All right. Well, look, here's what I want the Canes to get. Anybody who can run fast. Because come on. This is Miami.
They got that guy from Middle Tennessee State in the transfer portal.
You know what? He ain't have that many yards the rest of the season.
I know. We looked it up. I remember.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get to our favorite part of the 12 o'clock hour, which has now become Cat Talk on WQAM. Sponsored by Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Got it right here, Leroy. My favorite. I know your favorite.
Your favorite.
My favorite is
cola. That there.
Oh.
It has that. It gets your jaws.
Oh yeah.
It gets your jaws, right?
What is it? What? It gets your drawers.
Yeah, it gets
It gets your drawers grinding.
you know when you have to get that like sour like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Delicious. The
Yep. I
kiwi
used to.
guava.
I think I had to buy it for you once.
Yeah, you definitely got me like 3
I think
cases to
once or
1.
twice.
Three to 1. I have my Amazon receipts. I know. You don't have to bring it up. You know. Don't tell the wife.
Actually, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife's like, I had to buy Leroy some Celsius. She goes, oh, that's nice. A case. Oh.
So when do they play tonight? They play
Tonight, dude.
Tonight.
Taking on the Devils, and Paul Maurice, he has announced that Sergei Bobrovsky is between the pipes tonight. What? Don't do that, dude. It's better. Bounce him back a little bit.
You've been saying that for 2 years, dude.
He may be on the mend. No, I was honest. I said he was off to a really, really bad start. All right. You know what they call me? Honest Tobes.
Are we back to the overtrain?
Well,
Overtrain.
You do what
-1.
you do what you got to do.
Honest Toe? Really?
That's what they call me, dude.
Who called you that?
He does.
They, dude.
Who's they?
Who's they?
Who's they?
People.
Oh yeah.
I don't
I
need to
love
reveal
how you're
sources.
using pronouns
You
very
can come out
loosely
here.
right now.
What are you? Some investigator? You got follow-up questions
Who's
all of a
yes,
sudden?
yes.
Like what is this?
Who named the days? And
Well,
I'm not talking about Monday,
when
Tuesday.
it happens so often, I can't keep up.
-1 for Sass.
That's for him, I hope. The sass.
Who, me? I haven't seen anything.
Vlad's out here asking all these follow
I'm
questions.
just saying,
What are you
Leroy.
doing? What are you doing? Flash
Who's
the
day?
light in my
Leroy,
eye?
who's his day?
Hey,
Who's the day that called him
Can we
honest?
find
You
out
call
his
I haven't
name
met.
if he
I haven't
was
met
gay?
them.
J Fig, do you call him honest Hope?
No, I call him flip flopping toe.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Leroy, do you call him honest Tobe?
I have a tendency to call him jackass.
Nobody calls you honest Tobe. I know. Does wifey call you honest Tobe?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Let's get
Someone
to
that matters.
in celebration of Sergei Bobrovsky starring tonight. Here is him on the kind of movies that he likes, J Fig.
Entertainment wise you're into?
I do like movies. I do like I used to like when I was younger like the Marvel movies, you know, the Spider-Man, all that, like Hulk, all that. Now I am more like I like the smart movies, and during the season it's like the comedy. I like the comedy movie or comedy show, so just to like get away from the hockey, laugh and relax a little bit.
You like binge watching the comedies on the plane? You got the iPad going?
Yes, I got.
What's
yes.
Any favorites?
I got some Russian TV shows there. It's short, like 20 minutes, but it's good that you just get away and relax.
You think the Russians are laughing that much, huh?
I'm like, that's what I'm like. A Russian comedy show.
Everything he just said.
If I see one, it'll be the first one.
I love he says, I like the Marvel movies when I was younger.
And then he proceeds to say he likes smarter movies
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute. We're not smart. We're watching the
How are
Marvel movies?
Marvel
Hey.
movies
Yeah,
not
they're a
dumb?
getaway. I see what he's saying.
Wait.
I got smart during
Oh,
Civil
hold
War.
on.
By the way,
He
can we
says-
pull
he
it?
says-
Can we
hold
bring
on,
up
hold on.
that picture again?
Hmm?
I don't want to like just the picture, because
Picture?
His posture?
yeah,
that
no,
what you're
his
gonna
pot.
talk
He got a little pot belly.
Who, Bob?
That's why they drink beer. No,
Yeah.
it's the shirt, man. It's the
I mean,
shirt.
I think it's probably, if all honesty, Leo, it's probably padding for taking on 100-mile-an-hour shots to the chest.
I guess.
Also, when you sit down, things tend to.
He's very skinny. Like it's
yeah.
he for a goal for like you don't notice it with all the pads on.
I mean, look,
he's shockingly skinny. Like
He-
it's very weird.
he looks like a cheese stick, and you look like a cheese stick with
Yo,
double
Tobin's
stuff.
arms are way bigger than that. His arms, man.
Dude,
Like,
he is
Tobin, look, you look jacking this.
dude, he is
He does look down.
he's so skinny. He's so skinny.
When did you? Also, you went
Don't
talk
s-
to him?
You wearing a medium? You're sure, yo, you
I
jacked,
just
B.
love
Thanks,
how
dude.
Tobin is.
When was that? That was like 2 Christmases ago. Well, that was a
Oh.
Christmas before the pandemic. I think that's when that was.
All right.
Okay.
Because we were talking about Christmas. He doesn't, so that's what
He
was
doesn't
going
do
on there.
Christmas.
No, they do Orthodox Christmas, which I think is late. Isn't that in January? It's like Russian. I don't know, dude. Look, I don't know the Russian rules. That's what they do.
Well, I didn't know there was Russian comedy, so
We hear funny movies. It's called excuse me, get out of the way. And Vladimir said, knock, knock. And I say, who's there? And he goes, you're dead.
What is
That's
wrong with you?
That's what I picture for Russian comedies, dude. I mean, not a lot of smiles, you would admit.
Remember, they have to be smart comedies.
He's actually the happiest Russian I've ever met, Bobrovsky.
Who's like a great Russian comedian, like Yakov Smirnov?
I don't know, dude. We would go to these fights. I mean, like,
Oh,
they don't play.
no.
When I went down to Khabib's thing, a lot of Russians, they don't play.
Everybody was real serious.
Serious, dude. Real serious. Anyway, that's Cat Talk on WQAM. Sponsored by Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it comes to game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Back tonight against the Devils on TNT, national TV.
Are they home?
Damn, that's crazy. Panthers get more TV time than the Heat on TNT.
They do. Well, listen, I think they probably went into this year. They're like, oh, they got Kachuk, a lot of offense, all that stuff. Yes, they are at home.
So you're saying they get the Denver Broncos treatment?
You mean like with the Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Oh man, they still got that Christmas game. Like, oh, I think this is the last Russ game we can't flex. So sick of putting them on TV. They also do a lot of that stuff too, because like they have a lot of ESPN Plus exclusives. The NHL.
Okay.
So I know because they also play that Messier commercial. They play that a bunch of times during UFC.
Somebody said crazy dress lady at the Heat games is Russian.
No way. Really? The opera lady?
Das.
I could probably see that actually.
I
Opera.
kinda see it.
Russia and opera seem like they go together.
Really?
That's
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's hockey, it's opera, it's boxing, MMA, and fist fighting, just in general.
wrestling animals.
Exactly, dude.
Like,
Wrestling.
just could you picture like a
Wrestle
10-year-old kid instead of doing like a some type of ceremony, a religious ceremony? His ceremony is he got to go out in the snow and catch a bear.
Okay, son, here is deal. You wrestle bear, and either you live, you continue to be my son, or bear become my son. You choose. Is Papa buying birthday present for bear or Habib? You choose.
Wait, you got to say your thing.
Excuse me.
Lose. Don't lose.
Don't lose. Listen, Papa, what advice could you give me? Oh, great advice, little Habib.
I'm confirming she's actually Russian.
How about that?
Point for Tobin!
Papa, what do I do if bear bite? You bite him harder. Don't lose, little Habib. And one day you could be champion. So who do you want to be champion of UFC? Bear or you? You choose. It's not like you don't have choice. You have choice not to lose. If you lose, bad choice.
You know what's scary about his impersonation? That's actually probably the conversation. How
No,
the
that was-
conversation
I
went.
feel like there's a
That's
documentary.
literally how the conversation went. Like literally.
It's probably the same way when Bob grew up. Papa, what do I do? You either stop pucks or you die.
Pretty much an ultimatum.
An ultimatum.
Take a break. Back after this.
Frosty, yeah. Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take up till 2 o'clock. We're streaming live on Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM, and now on YouTube, streaming live, so you guys can catch us there. 560 WQAM is our channel. Got Rats Off a Ship coming up in about 15 minutes. Now, Leroy was gone for the conspiracy part of the show, which I was happy with because that gave me some, how should I say? That gave me some, give me a runway to kind of run with something with my conspiracy. But I do want his thoughts on it and feel obligated as a journalist to get Leroy's thoughts on it because I'm fair. You know, that's what we do. So Leroy, I was upset with the Buffalo Bills. And what I was upset with was them leaking audio of a disgruntled Mike. Sorry, let me take that back. And appearing and sounding disgruntled Mike Gesicki. Because their tight end, Dawson Knox, he was mic'd up. And so he went up to Mike Gesicki, and Mike Gesicki was like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you, bro. I'm happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling. I'm happy that they're effing using you." And I was like, wait a minute. What is that the Bills are leaking? Why do they get to put that out on their mic'd up? That doesn't seem fair. Like, you play Leroy, the Dawson Knox, Mike Gesicki exchange from earlier, and we could get his thoughts on the Bills being rat bastards.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling. Thanks, man. That means a lot.
What is that? What is that?
What do you mean?
I think that just moved Leroy out.
What is that? What do you mean?
It's nothing.
No, come on, dude. What are you talking about?
Thank you, Leroy.
Nothing.
I told you it was nothing.
What are you talking about?
It's
That's nothing.
nothing.
It's definitely not nothing, dude. We can't say that.
What do you?
You can say a lot of things, dude. You and I will not see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Can I tell you? I was told something very similar to that.
What do you mean?
Because when I left Baltimore
Mm-hmm.
and then went to Carolina and didn't really play, I played a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then went to Minnesota and we played Baltimore. Right? All the guys on Baltimore's team came up to me and said, "I'm glad you able to show what you have. I'm glad you get to do, be you."
Where was Baltimore at the time?
What do you mean, where were they?
Where were they? Like, there was somebody like who came up to you? Was it somebody who wasn't getting utilized at that time?
No, it was just guys that I played with.
Interesting.
That basically it was
a little different. Like, I know what you're trying to make it the same, but it's not the same.
Why isn't it? Why isn't it?
Tell you why.
They play the same. They play the same position.
But they didn't play together.
But they played the same position. Like,
if
there's been a number.
That's one thing.
There's been a number of teams that when the game is over, you go to the guy that plays your position and say, "Yeah, man, I like your work. I like what you do. I'm glad you're getting yours." Right? Like, it don't mean that I'm glad you're getting yours, I should be getting mine.
Does it?
No.
Does.
Your situation ain't his situation.
Clearly, it's not his situation.
Because guess what? That guy just got paid, but you still got what? 13 million?
You got 10 million.
10 million? For 1 year?
Yeah.
What he got to complain about?
He didn't get locked up, dude, and this year's not going to help at the negotiating table. You got one catch over the last 4 games.
Okay.
5 yards.
Dude,
he has, what is it? He has 25 catches.
25 catches. Last year he had 73 catches.
Okay.
They don't use them. And by the way, should they?
That's not, but here. You have to
should they?
When they should have used them was against Los Angeles.
Yeah, they didn't.
Right. Well, that was a bad
What's up with
scheme. It was a bad scheme.
What's up with that? He's not
Nothing.
like, we knew it was going to be a little frosty this year
because of what they expect from their tight end, and with the see, here's what I'm not gonna do. just because he doesn't have catches, I'm not going to say he's fallen off because the passing game has improved. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a 1,500-yard receiver and 1,100-yard receiver.
Right. So now we going to turn around and say, why the tight end ain't catching nothing?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Who you going to take ball? Who you want to take balls from? You want to take balls from Tyreek? Or you want to take balls from Jalen Waddle?
Neither.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Well, okay, let's say it's nothing. Let's say for the Dolphins it hasn't been a problem. Because it really hasn't been. It's been addressed. He's been classy about it. Okay. However, what do you make of your rival wearing a little bit of dirty laundry? Which doesn't appear to be dirty. It seems all just a little innocent, a little innocent. Oh, just a friend being nice to a friend. But also there's some other truths behind his compliments. And your rival airs it? Come on.
What are you doing? Can I just say this? There's too much real stuff in the world going on to be making stuff up.
Dude,
this is nothing.
This is in politics. Imagine this. Imagine they're like, they say Mike McDaniel's a player coach, but listen to his own franchise player talk about his role. And they leak the audio. Paid for.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling. That means a lot.
Paid for by the Bills Mafia political party.
So to show you how just naive I may be in this situation, I don't even know who's saying who to what.
That's Gesicki talking to Dawson Knox saying I'm happy. Yeah, and anybody that's
it's only really Gesicki talking. He's going up to Dawson Knox, who had a great game.
I think it's nothing too, Leroy.
Who also didn't he just get paid?
He did. He got a 4-year deal.
Okay.
But how many times is somebody in a 5-second clip going to tell you how happy they are for you? If they telling you in every sentence they're happy for you, they're not happy.
Yeah. I mean, they shoved everything in there.
Like, no, listen to this. Listen to this. He probably says this 4 times in a 5-second clip.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Happy you got paid. I'm happy you're balling. That means a lot.
Said it 5 times.
5 times, dude.
And then the last one with the expletive.
Wait a minute. Wait. Vlad, you're confusing the hell out of me.
No, I'm just saying.
Wait. No.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But
2 seconds ago,
give him.
I think we all agree.
But to give Tobin a little benefit of that, like just a little bit, you gotta understand. We know when people are happy for you, they're not gonna tell you how many times they're happy for you. He's just upset that Buffalo put it out there.
Because when you're true friends, real happiness goes unsaid.
He's upset Buffalo put it out.
Yeah, I'm upset that Buffalo leaked it.
That's the only thing he's upset.
I don't have a problem with Mike Gesicki going up to
read the room. So I'm having a
He's saying I flip-flopping. No, I'm not flip-flopping. No, I think it's nothing. He's just upset that he was just, dude, they're mic'd up. He's saying that Buffalo's trying to infiltrate the Dolphins. I'm like, no, it's not.
Dude, they definitely are. You leaked that to try and hurt the Dolphins.
Even if there's some frustration with Mike Gesicki saying what it's okay to say, hey, I'm glad you got yours. I wish I would have got mine.
No. I don't have a problem with Mike Gesicki saying it. It's natural to be happy for your friend, even if it is insincere. I have a problem. Wait a minute. I have a problem with the Buffalo Bills organization's media department thinking that's an appropriate thing to air.
Like, it wasn't that big of a deal, though. I don't think it was.
It's a thing, dude. It's a thing.
Wait, we got YouTube. We got YouTubers say Buffalo using mental warfare.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's why it's nothing. They're not using mental warfare.
Dude, yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Dude, I'm telling you.
But Gesicki is pissed, though. You can understand that. Like, you're not.
I know he's pissed, but the thing is, here's the thing. When sometimes a thing is put to bed, we had known already Gesicki's not happy with his role, but he was being a good guy in the media, not making a distraction. He's been classy as can be. I'm not mad at Mike Gesicki. We know he's not happy with his role. I understand why he's not happy with his role. We had just put out the numbers. 73 catches last year. Season's almost over. He has 23 catches this year, 25 catches this year. I understand. What I don't like is the Bills playing dirty, which is we played a couple of games like gentlemen, okay? Games came down to the wire, and they decided to add a little cherry on top of the petty pie.
See, that's where I say
Hey.
it's nothing. That's where I say it's
Hey.
nothing. Because he's trying to say
Let
it's
me-
something and nothing. That's nothing. What the Bills just did.
Yeah. Come on,
Dude.
man.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Wait.
Then why would they earn that?
Why would they put it out there then?
Why would they put it
Let
out
me
there
ask you
like
something.
that?
Who cares what Mike
no,
Gesicki has
we
to
got
say
another
about
one.
Dawson Knox? Right, JP?
Come
Right.
on,
No,
Right.
you see, that's why it's
David.
nothing.
That's
Hold
Stop
on. I'm
it.
going to tell you, this is why it's nothing, Leroy. Every team and their social media do something. What was it the other day when
So
the
you're
Jets
saying it
when
is
the Jets
something?
beat the Dolphins and they put like Quinnen Williams on the elevator of the Dolphins?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's fair. No.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
So
there's nothing wrong with stunting on people on social media. That's cool.
okay,
This is different. This is a snake in the grass move. This is one you don't see coming. I don't like it.
So you got.
I don't like it.
So you looking at it like this?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that, dude. It's a snake in the
is
grass
like that.
move. If they wanted to put
You know
out
what?
here's a real franchise
First
tight
of
end.
all,
No problem. It's a little unbecoming, but okay. You get to the victor go the spoils. To put this in at the end of a mic'd up video, an 8-minute mic, because most Bills fans they'll think, Bills fans wouldn't care. Why would a Bills fan care what Mike Gesicki has to say to Dawson Knox? They put that specifically to rile up Dawson. This is just like Russia infiltrating the election. This is
how's
like
this riling the Dolphins up?
this guy really?
Okay, he's
How's it?
Minus
Wait.
one.
Let me ask you a
Minus
question.
one.
this is like
Here's
Elon Musk bots.
Wait. Here's where your theory goes a little awry.
He is going off the rails.
It would be, I would maybe believe you if they played another game, if that was after the first game. They may not play again.
Well,
Who
wait a minute.
cares?
What was Gesicki numbers in the first game? That'd be interesting to see.
Let me see.
Listen, the only reason why I don't think it's nothing. I think it's something that Gesicki's sharing that information with Dawson Knox. Because you're gonna talk to the opposing player that plays your position. Everybody does that, right? Like Leroy, you're gonna talk to the running backs.
Yeah.
So and you're gonna
Mike
if you're
Gesicki
cool.
had 1 catch for 6 yards.
Jesus, this guy hasn't caught anything. Can't catch a flu. Can't catch a cold.
Well, they don't even give him a chance. It's like 1 target a game. They don't even use him.
Go to Dr. Melfi. Gesicki, you need to talk to someone.
It's a snake in the grass move, dude. And speaking of snakes, the cousin of the snake is the rat. And we play rat.
Whoa,
Hey, wait, what? How is the cousin of a snake a rat?
No, you want to know why he's saying this? Because guess what's next?
I know.
Rats on the
Rats off
ship.
ship.
Minus one. ship.
Oh, yeah, baby. Time to get to our favorite Wednesday game. Hats off a ship. We'll go around the room. J-Fig's going to give us some topics. We will tell you whether or not we were rats off a ship. Pretty simple. Not a lot to it. By the way, we got your chance to win a holiday gift from Dave & Buster's. Go to WQM.com and enter on the contest page, and you might win a $250 gift card to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Watch your favorite sports, and if you win, we'll treat you to beverages and games at Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. J-Fig, what do we have today for Rats Off a Ship?
All right. Number 1, the Jaguars beating the Jets on Thursday Night Football.
As you the people know on this show, I have been a skeptic of Trevor Lawrence. But he might be having me answer for my crimes. And while this Jaguars team, they have been intoxicating at times because of their comebacks, his big throws, they also have pooped the bed in some games when you think they're all the way back, too. That's kind of been their move this year. They do something really impressive, and then they jags it up. I'm not rats off a ship with them beating the Jets, but I'm also not fully in. But I think I'll stay on the ship.
Where are you going?
Don't be undecided on your rats today. You always do the same thing to me, so I'm coming after you.
I'm not rats off a ship. I'm not rats off a ship on them beating the Jets tomorrow. What about you, Leroy?
I am not rats off a ship since I've already determined that they will beat the Jets.
Wow. Man. All right. J-Fig, what about you?
Sorry, Vlad, but I'm also not rats off a ship here.
Oh, I got a feeling we go to the Vlad. It's going to be different. Vlad?
Rats off a ship. That's it. You
Just
crazy?
Simply, you think the Jets are going to beat the Jags?
Yes.
All right. Well, he might not be wrong. I don't know. I can't fully say I'm my rats.
See, you know why? You know why? Because Leroy's been poking at me for the last 3 weeks, right? You've been poking at me like as if I came to him and started talking trash. So he's bringing that smoke. So if you want to bring, so the smoke that you bring it to me now, it's going to be reciprocated. So when the Jets eliminate the Dolphins,
wow. Oh, that would be awful.
I'm coming January 9th, 9:59 in the morning, and don't duck. Don't be like, oh, I got thumb surgery. Or no, I just worked out.
He did get thumb surgery.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear you being in your lovely palace in Davie. I need your face, your body, your carcass here.
I think we're going to lock the studio. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to barricade it. If that actually happens.
We're gonna
basically,
make the key card not work that day.
Basically, he's saying he holding on to that receipt.
He's holding on to that receipt, but it may be one of those.
I like the wordplay there. I like the wordplay, Leroy.
But guess what?
I like that. I like that.
Guess what? I want that same energy when y'all asses at home watching the Dolphins.
Well, if we both at home, we're both at home. There's no energy. We both could be at home.
All right, number 2, J-Fig. What do we got?
Stocking stuffers.
Rats off a ship on stocking stuffers. Never anything good in that stocking. I don't know who came up with that idea of stockings in the first place. They're stupid. All right. I don't like them. It's usually some crap bouncy ball or something like that.
Do you get that in your stockings?
I mean, listen, I don't like it. Now it's like, you got to buy all these. You're already getting good presents under the tree. Now you need little trinkets and a sock. No, thanks.
Well,
Leroy's face of disgust.
Big Spoon does stocking stuffers. I haven't looked at my stocking yet, but I did see.
What are the rules on that, though?
I did see Zeus running down the hall with one, so I had to get that out of his mouth.
What are the
Lucky
rules
didn't
with
swallow it
stocking
whole.
stuffers?
I think it's kind of along the lines of Hanukkah, that you get a bunch of little gifts, and then on Christmas.
You don't do stocking stuffers, J-Fig?
I don't think I've ever done stocking stuffers.
Sounds like you're rats off a ship.
We just have them laying around, but
Rats off laying around.
Like hanging?
So now we don't celebrate Christmas anymore. But my mom actually put out little stockings with our names on them this year. But we've never actually put things inside of them.
Yeah, like yeah.
Sounds like you rats off a ship.
I am pretty much rats off a ship, but
I'm not rats off a ship.
like I don't mind it if I were to ever
Being rats off a
get
ship
them.
would mean that I don't support Big Spoon, and that never works well.
That's fair.
That's beautiful.
That never ends well.
That is beautiful.
I've actually seen on some videos that people put very expensive stuff on them, and I'm like, who has all that money for a stocking stuffer?
So, just so I'm clear, rats off a ship.
Super.
Leroy?
I'm not rats off a ship.
Okay. Vlad?
Rats off a ship. Well, any stockings for?
Number 3, J-Fig.
Wow.
To put your little jet tears.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
This came for you.
That's the point.
Wow. Whoa!
Point for J-Fig.
You've been
You know what's funny? Somebody
You've been a
the
little
producer
froggy
just said I
lately.
should get a -1 for saying that I should give myself a point. And J Fig just yes.
No.
She just walked away like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't disagree with her. It was a pretty good one. Number 3, J-Fig.
All right, Black Adam. The Rock reveals that DC will not go forward with the franchise.
Wow.
My rats can't be. I didn't see Black Adam. I think, like a lot of people, that's probably why they're not going forward with the franchise. But look, I don't know, man. The Rock, he's already like a superhero and everything. Does he also need to be a superhero? I feel like he's already a superhero and everything else. So I'm rats off a ship on it.
Oh, who cares?
Rats off a ship.
Periodically, these superhero movies will come out with a superhero that you're not very familiar with. And the movie's never good.
Right.
Right?
Who's the
It's the
unknown
same-
superhero who came through?
What's the well, they did two of what's the one with the Blob.
What are you talking about? Ant-Man?
Not Ant-Man. Ant-Man was important in the whole Marvel universe.
All the people in the Marvel universe.
What
are
was
important.
the movie with the blob that went into the guy and
Venom?
Venom. So like they did 2
Tom Hardy.
Venoms. So like Venom was just as like
It's Marvel, Leroy. Nobody likes dreary, gloomy, gray skies.
Don't you mean
that's
DC.
that's
used Marvel
DC.
just now?
Wait, wasn't Venom DC or Marvel? Is Venom Marvel?
I think Venom's Marvel.
I think Venom's Marvel. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that
That's more of a
people like
DC
more
comic.
Marvel movies than they do DC movies.
Yeah.
That's
what they're doing,
more of
right?
a
Like
DC
this-
movie, right?
The whole DC thing's getting revamped because their movies suck. Everybody doesn't like them.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, like when you
Get
have
better
when
superheroes.
you have Aquaman, I mean, what do you expect?
Well, and then they're
Nobody likes
getting
DC.
Back to
they're getting a new Superman.
Yeah, you know, he was fine.
Batman's been changed like 4 times.
Yeah, I think
Batman's always changed.
I think new Superman will be fine, but
Who-
Batman's
who-
like the
Who could be new Superman?
anybody. You get
Jimmy
any-
Garofalo.
Yeah, Jimmy actually he would make a good Superman. I don't know if he can act, but I mean, like I don't remember this guy acting either. Lois, like that's it. That's what he does. Then he flies around everywhere.
Well, me personally, DC is going straight to hell with that new Batman.
They should go to DC. They should have Daniel Cormier run it.
What is he going to be? The Penguin? That's about the only superhero he could be, right?
Anyway, what are you? So you rats with Black Adam? You rats off a ship on it?
I'm rats off a ship. I haven't even seen
Rats
it,
off a ship.
but the whole premise that you can make black a movie about anything, and Black Adam, he ain't even black.
He's Samoan. He's got half black.
J-Fig?
I'm also rats off a ship.
Rats
I haven't
off a
seen
ship.
it, and I don't think I eventually will. So, yeah.
I'll see it when
Vlad-
it comes on TBS.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
rats off a
apparently
ship.
it's free on HBO.
And
someone
I
said.
still haven't watched it.
HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a streaming service.
I don't know, dude. I think I'd rather watch Tulsa King.
It's the law.
Really, enough with the Tulsa King. All right,
I
This
love
is
him.
ridiculous. Your love for Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone.
Oh,
Your love for Sylvester Stallone is ridiculous.
Hey, we want to do the laughing gas no more, but I'm gonna do what I want. That's what he did with the bikers. Which, by the way, they got some Irish biker. He's like, "We be running the Irish biking gang here in Tulsa." I'm like, "What the hell's going on here with Tulsa King?
Wait,
Why is the
you got
lead of the
Irish-
bikers?
Irish
Why is he
bikers?
Irish?
An Irish biker in Tulsa.
You got to ask something. We could have cut a deal." It's very weird what's going on. I don't know how Tulsa's like letting itself just
You
be
didn't
taken
like that
over.
part?
It
You
was
didn't
just
like the
straight.
accent?
No, I like the accent. I just found it strange. Like, why is the head of the Tulsa biker gang Irish? Like Irish.
Maybe they did the same thing they did with Tulsa King. They said go to Tulsa and revamp our
He was
biking crew
banished?
there. Yeah.
Oh man. Where we at, J-Fig? Number 4.
We are at number 4. Eating crickets.
I mean, I couldn't be more rats off a ship on eating
Rats
crickets.
off
You
a
just
ship.
cost the Heat a game, crickets. Thanks a lot. I just thought Jimmy Butler was back, and then all of a sudden he's going to Mexico and he's eating crickets, and we're losing to the Bulls, who don't want to be out there with each other. How are you going to lose to a team that doesn't want to play with each other? They all hate Zach LaVine.
Do they eat crickets with a chopstick, or
I don't think in Mexico they do. I
you
don't
eat them
know.
with like chips?
I think it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Probably
I
both.
figure you just take it and it's like Rocco's Tacos. You put it in the guac bowl.
Huh?
Yeah. You don't like guacamole, but Rocco's Tacos is a mean guacamole.
I don't like
Come up right
guacamole.
there. It's good.
It's like
Come
baby
on.
food. Looks like baby food.
It's a dip.
Mush. It looks like
I'm
mush.
rats off a ship on this opinion of yours.
I'm rats off a ship on you.
Not off a ship.
These rats off ship on you, man.
Yeah.
I don't like
how you
it.
Going, hey, first of all, how you gonna like baby food anyway? Is guacamole
It's not
is
baby food, dude.
It's
It's
not
good.
baby
It's
food.
good. It's a topping.
Can I just say this? I accidentally grazed some guacamole and I was disgusted. That's how much I hate guacamole.
Leroy's eaten Mott's applesauce before, man. He's eating baby food. Stop.
He's eaten the
Yeah.
most weirdest things. And
I
he
was
says
born with 3 teeth, dude. I was
Three
look,
what?
3
What?
teeth.
Wait, time out. 3
What?
teeth?
I was born with 3 teeth.
Is that true?
I was eating like I
Is there some
ate
kind
my
of,
I think I ate my first steak at 6 months. I don't know.
The first steak at 6 months?
By the
You
way,
in
if
the
the,
Flintstones?
by the way, if the Dolphins if the Dolphins fan wants something to not tune into right now, Ben Volin's on with the herd. They're both ripping Tua together. Why don't you tell us why Tua is the worst? He's the worst, Colin. Yeah, he's the worst. That's the herd.
Leroy was eating T-Rexes at 6 months, man.
But that being said, so you're rats off a ship on crickets, Leroy?
Yes. Am I? Yes.
What about you, J-Fig?
I'm super rats off a ship on crickets. First of all, just hearing it sounds disturbing to eat.
Yeah.
And obviously, from what you said about it costing us a game yesterday, but
Not happy about that. What do you think Pat Riley thinks when he gets the note, hey, Jimmy's not playing today, tummy issues. He ate crickets in Mexico.
Were they
I know,
alive?
right?
Were they like swimming around in the stomach or
I'm
something?
sure they were not alive.
You know what Riley's gonna do, Tobin?
How do you eat a bad cricket? Is
Come on,
there a
Toby.
good
How do you
cricket?
eat a cricket?
Right.
You
That's
know what
what I'm
Riley's gonna
saying.
do? He's gonna get a whole group of crickets, put in the middle of the locker room, and dump his head right in the whole pool of the crickets, and say, "This is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do to win. Sacrifice,
I
sacrifice."
feel like he brings in a chameleon and the chameleon eats all the crickets. He goes, you see that? It changes colors and it eats anything. That's what you guys got to do to get through this season. We have enough.
Well, yeah, but you're
Minus
not
one
using
for me.
enough because Jovic can't get no playing time.
Jovic, apparently they have
Minus
enough because it's
one.
never Jovic. Hey guys, can I get in the game? No. Vlad, what about you? Rats off a ship on crickets?
Hell yeah, man. Who wants to eat something that, what is it, crunchy? I don't want to
I
hear
think it
eat
is
that.
crunchy.
Pretty sure it is.
That's not the crunch I want to hear.
And finally, J-Fig, number 5.
Mac Jones's face.
Dude,
Wait, damn, that's 5. dude.
he's so rats off a ship on Mac Jones' face. Look at the guy's face. The only time I like Mac Jones's face is when it's getting run over by Chandler Jones. Other than that,
But when
That's
he's
it.
yelling, like is he
It's
the
like-
youngest? Is he the youngest quarterback that you've
No.
ever seen to be yelling at coaches on the sideline?
he's very full of himself.
Kyler. What about Kyler? Kyler was yelling the crap out of
That's
Cliff
true.
Kingsbury.
I mean,
But this is
like,
his 4th year, right?
Yes, and he got paid. He's a big
Yeah.
extension.
Right. This is his 4th year. Not year 2. He wasn't yelling at folks year 2. He had the same damn coaching staff.
A lot of sass from Mac Jones, but rats off a ship on his face. What about you, Leroy?
Oh, I'm rats off a shit.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Rats off the shit.
He thinks he's in a higher standing than he actually is.
Needs to calm down.
Calm
Take it
down.
easy.
That's it. That's the word I would use.
Needs to calm down.
You too young to be having that much. I don't know what it is.
J Fig, what about
Aggression?
you? Mac Jones's face. Where you
Yeah.
stand on that?
My rats are swimming.
Yeah.
Rats
If Mac Jones was on my ship, I'd be like, see you, dude. Cannonball.
You know, during the break, I'm going to show you what you would do if you saw him on your ship.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. Vlad?
I'm definitely rats off the ship on Opie Anthony. I mean, and Opie Cunningham. I'm sorry. That boy, come on, man. Who's he yelling at? Who's he yelling at? You know he wasn't yelling at Belichick. He knows better.
Belichick's out of the You
Dude.
can't go that far.
Let me tell you something.
You know you can't do that. Opie
Even the
Cunningham,
people
man.
that can yell at Belichick don't go over and yell at Belichick. I don't know what it is.
Not even Brady could yell at Belichick.
Nope. He
Did
would
you see,
yell
by
at
the
Josh
way-
McDaniels.
Did you see that one of the Patriots O linemen, Trent Brown, liked a photo on Instagram saying they should bring back Tom Brady or Garoppolo? So his teammates hate him. They want to bring back a 40-year-old,
I tell you
45-year-old.
what, this is something that you should really like pay attention to. All right. Forget what coaches say. Forget what organizations say about players. Listen to the other players. That'll give you a better indication of what's going on and what that dynamic is on that team. For example, look at what Tua's teammates think of him. Right?
Mhm.
Now, look at what's going on with the Jets. Look at what's going on with New England. You know, that there's an indication. Forget about what the coaches are saying. When your whole team wears backup quarterback shirts, that doesn't bode well for the starter. Because at some point, like I said, the coach has a responsibility to the other 52 guys. If they wearing the shirt of another guy, that's the guy who's gonna be playing.
I want you to know I stay on Leroy's mind.
What?
He
you
thinks he's
saying you
rent-free.
living rent-free in my head?
I definitely, because this was about Mac Jones, and you somehow brought it back to the Jets.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I was using examples.
This was about Mac Jones, and you somehow brought it back. I stay on your mind.
I was merely using.
You see your ball.
Parallel,
you see me running through his head right there? You see the vein?
I don't think I do.
Huh?
I don't think I do see him running through.
I'm running through his head right now. Look at that. You can see the Jordans right through his head right now.
What are you talking about?
Size 11s.
My arm is the same size as your whole body.
Yeah, but my head.
What are you
Yeah, but
talking
my
about?
feet is on your head right now. Look at that. You're thinking about me. Go ahead. Talk about my coaching quarterback.
We'll take a quick
Why-
break.
Do it. Do
why-
it.
why does Vlad
I dare
think
you
he
not
had-
to talk about my team.
Why? Does
I dare you not
Vlad
to talk
think
about
he's
my
living
team.
rent-free up here?
I dare you not to talk about my team.
I think he's rent free in your head.
Nah, he's not rent free in
think
my
he
head.
is. You're
I'm
very
I'm
bothered.
in his head. I'm in his
You're
head.
very shook right now.
I'm
Vlad.
in his head, bro.
I
I'm
think
in his
you're.
head.
I think he's in your head.
Can I just tell
I'm
you?
in his head.
I think this is
Vlad,
like,
If we're talking about a topic and then you somehow bring it back to my team,
I mean, it is topipical though. Like you can't
Yeah,
deny
it's
that. It has
not
really nothing to do with
topical.
it. It is. I mean, they're two
Vlad.
curmudgeon quarterbacks.
it's Mac
Vlad.
Jones.
It seems
Vlad.
like mental boomerang. Like you guys are spinning
know
around
what?
with each other.
Nah,
You know
I'm
what?
running.
When we
I'm
eating,
running.
when we eating our little Christmas lunch on Friday, it's gonna be after the Jets lose.
What a celebration.
Oh, boy.
Celebration.
Take a
I'll
break.
be here.
We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back. Leroy, can you hear me now?
I can't hear Leroy.
There we go.
I don't know where Jennifer went to, but obviously it was not here. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Streaming live on YouTube. You guys can catch us there now on the 560 WQAM page and also on Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Those are the places you can get it. Dolphins getting ready for the Packers back on the practice field today. And, Leroy, I have a better... I don't feel like I had a bad attitude yesterday. I didn't like what you were, implying. I was just saying what the facts were, dude.
Sound like you were opening the door for excuses.
I know, but here's the thing, dude. In all honesty, hearing what Javon Holland had to say about Aaron Rodgers, like, you think we should just dismiss this team? Like, I know that they aren't what they I don't feel like this is a team that's better than the Dolphins, but that guy is still one of the all-time greats. I do think they have to be on their P's and Q's on this one.
Well, of course, they have to. First of all, there's two things going into this game that you need to realize. They've lost 3 straight.
Yep.
So everybody's already on edge, right? Everybody's already dotting I's, crossing T's to make sure that they don't go in and throw up a stinker like they did the 2 previous weeks before last week.
Right.
And so I'm not worried about whether they're going to be prepared and they understand the importance of this game. I'm not. They've proven that they can bounce back. That being said, I'm not crowning anybody because that team has not played well.
No, like there's nothing to crown with them. They've obviously gone through a lot of turmoil this year, but I don't think it's one you can just chalk up for sure.
I'm not.
Like,
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you did.
Me. I'm never going to just say, I don't care what 2 teams are playing, that you can just chalk it up to a win. That's why I don't play that's a win, that's a loss. You don't know what the circumstance is going to be when that game is played.
It's just for fun, dude. I don't understand why it's like one of these things that you put a hard stance on. Who doesn't love a little that's a win, that's a loss? It's a great time.
Nobody likes that stupid game.
Everybody loves that's a win, that's a loss, dude.
No.
Every football fan loves
Now,
getting the smell.
Here, now, and don't call me a semantic samurai. Here's what I would say. There is a big difference in trying to determine what you think your team's record is going to be and picking each individual game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to tell you, when you played that's a win, that's a loss, did you pick them to beat Buffalo?
I did. Both times. Splitskis. Listen. Here's the thing, though. You like to sit back here, and people like to sit back here. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, I'm having fun. We're just talking some sports, dude. Just because I predicted the Heat to beat the Bulls, and that's a win, that's a loss, and they lose, like, oh, what does that ruin my day? No. Just shooting the bleep, talking some sports.
Yeah, but I'm a little more careful with putting projections out there.
Why?
Because I like to be right.
Who's coming to get you? The take police?
Nope. I just like to be right.
And if you're not, like, I don't remember any of the times you were right.
No,
I don't really remember the times you were wrong.
But
any of the times I'm right, you say I'm wrong anyway, so it really has no value for me to be right.
But I just that's one of the things I like being right. I like being right about stuff like this.
Colin McRib says, Tobin, you're a flip-flopper. Nothing today matters tomorrow.
That's a good saying. You know what? That's going to be on your next shirt.
Nothing today matters tomorrow?
Yes. What do they call it? With a chicleta on the front.
But here's the thing, dude. Like, here's the thing, dude. People like to say I'm a flip-flopper, or they like to say, put that out as like it's some kind of an insult. Sometimes the facts change. And when the facts change, I think it shows growth to acknowledge a difference of or a change of opinion.
You
People like to
don't-
call
no,
that.
no, no.
People call that flip flopping. But when the facts change, the facts change.
But here, and so one of the reasons why I don't play that's a win, that's a loss, is that the facts change continuously during the course of the season. And so playing that is stupid because you're not allowing those facts to play into what the record may or may not be. That make sense? Or you don't care?
No, I mean, I get what you're saying, but here's the thing. Like,
you don't care. Just say you don't care. Instead of coming up
I don't
with
want to
this
dismiss
BS
you like
excuse-
that. I don't want to dismiss you like that.
Yes, you do. You have to. Because listen, I dismiss a game that you enjoy playing in every sport more than anyone except Robbie. Right? And I think it's dumb. I think it's crazy. So I'm not mad if you dismiss what I have to say because you enjoy playing your game. I'm not going to get upset at all.
Somebody says this is certified flip floppery.
Yes.
-1 for justifying flip floppery from
Yes.
Cal.
Yes. Yes.
Sexy Sauce says, so does the same go for Chris Sims? No, because Chris Sims isn't sincere in his changing of opinion.
Oh, so anybody?
I'll tell you.
nobody else
No,
can
no,
play the
like
game.
so here's the thing. I'll genuinely welcome somebody aboard who wants to answer for their crimes about Tua, but you could smell a rat from a mile away that Chris Sims was just doing that because he had to. But you knew the minute that Tua had a bad game, he was gonna. Same thing with Cowturd. He was gonna be up there, and he was gonna be like, Tua's no Justin Herbert. I knew it the minute that game ended. I knew everyone was gonna hop off the ship. Same thing with that Emmanuel Acho. He was a fake cheerleader. I knew he was just doing it for
Hey.
clicks.
Mind if I ask you a question? Why is Chris Sims any different than the way you are with Trevor Lawrence?
Because I'm not rushing into it. I wouldn't say
What? You called him a bum. You said he was a fraud.
Not true.
You
Not true.
what?
Not true.
Tobin?
I said,
You
and
are
I
a
exact,
liar.
no. I remember my
What did you
exact.
say?
I remember my exact words was, "I think he may stink."
Oh, is that you're?
That's what I said, dude.
You're the sultan of semantics.
I said of Trevor Lawrence, I think he
You are.
stinks.
You are.
I didn't know,
If I'm a
but I
semantic
thought,
if I'm a semantic samurai, you are the sultan of semantics.
dude.
You
I'm
are
just,
every time I catch you, you take and throw one of those
Dude.
stupid words in there and say
no, dude.
mayhem. I
I
said might. I said you
I
are-
said, I
you
think
are the
he
worst.
might stink.
You are the worst.
Why? That's
Because
what,
you lie.
but dude, I don't lie. That's what I
You
said.
were rats off a ship on Trevor Lawrence.
I think that's
-1.
fair to say I was rats off a ship, but I
No,
didn't say he
it's
sucked.
a yes. It's a yes. You were rats off a ship on Trevor Lawrence.
No.
And now you're trying to get your fat ass.
I'm not
back
trying to get
the
on.
boat.
You are
You're trying to
super
get back
rats
I'm
on
not
the
rats
boat.
off a ship, dude.
Oh
Here's the
my
thing.
goodness.
Two things with Trevor Lawrence. One, I said I think he may stink.
No.
The second thing is I'm not all the way back on board because I'm not sold. Get a winning
Wait.
record.
Wait, can I ask you a question? You are the only person in the world that I know that every time I cash this, I bring this receipt to you. Here's what you say. Dude, no. That's not what I said. I said
Because I'm not
might
going to stand
have.
for your lies. I have a good
Might-
name that I won't let you slander.
What name?
It's just my name.
-1.
Old Tom.
Really? You don't think you're
How many names do you have, B? You just said your name is Honest Tobin. Nobody ever called you honest in your life. And right now, you're lying through your teeth right
I'm
now.
telling
Even
you.
your own
I'm
wife.
not going to let people come out here and slander my good name and say things that I didn't say. Now, are they adjacent? Are they neighbors to what I've said? Maybe, but they're not exact. You better get your quotes right. I'm coming with a
so
stenographer. dude.
basically
No,
you
sultan
coming
of
at me.
semantics
Wait,
is right. That is
he-
appropriate for you, man.
he's
You know how to
coming me-
manipulate words, bro.
Hey, he's
Webster
coming,
and Roger are very happy with you.
hey, he's coming at me like I'm FedEx and I left this package at the wrong door. right.
El Borre, he says Tobin called Trevor a bum, said he was busted, failed the eye test. I did not
Yes,
say any of
you
that
did
stuff.
say those things.
I said
You are
I
the
think
worst.
he may stink. And
You
I
are the
also
worst.
said that
Throw in the
didn't-
May parts.
No, I did. I definitely did, J.
No,
Fig.
you
I remember.
didn't.
I recall.
Where's Mark?
You
And
called him
also-
a bum. And I said, hey, man, it's just his second year. Dude, I can see
You know what?
I know.
You know what's funny,
He's
Leroy?
terrible. He's
We
no
just
good.
played
I said
Rats Off a Ship, and the first question that J Fig asked was about the Jets Jaguar game, and the first thing he said was, Trevor, I was down on you. I was really down on you, but I'm not fully ready to commit.
and that's why I'm not
But
exactly.
but
Which is why I'm not like Chris Sims. Chris Sims is a fake. He'll go out there. Oh, it's Tua. He's on the way. I'm not ready to jump into the deep end with Trevor Lawrence because I don't know.
Wait, so you jumped off the boat on the shallow water because you was off the ship.
I'm on a lifeboat. I'm like, should we go back, everybody? Should we, we'll think about it.
You are a fraud.
I'm not sure if everything's fixed
That's
yet.
your new nickname, the Sultan of Semantics.
and we need you in the Senate, boy. You know how to manipulate words.
Yes.
boy.
He sunk that ship not years ago, but like
Well, I just
Wait,
thought that he got
early
too
in the
much.
year.
He got too much of a free pass for Urban Meyer. Like, come on, dude. Like,
It's his second year.
You got lap dances. All right.
Dude, his coach was leaving the team to go
Oh, for him. He was
play
supposed
flag football,
supposed to be a
touchy feely
generous-
with people he shouldn't be playing touchy
threw
feely with.
threw a gazillion interceptions. It I'm sorry, it was like Urban Meyer getting lap dances on the sideline.
Did you see what he was doing at his bar?
He was kicking his kickers. Anyway,
Dude, I'm telling you have. There is no possible way that inside you're not chuckling because you know you got.
I didn't get got.
He's boxed in.
If anything, I've shown a lot of growth.
You know what?
oh
You know
my
what?
god.
What do you mean?
Here's
Hold
the
on.
funny thing. Here's the funny thing.
I have said
Because I ain't gonna ask Vlad, but Marcos got all
Dude,
of the
where is
I'm
stuff.
telling you
Marcos
right
with the
now.
proof?
I'm telling you right now.
Marcos got the proof hidden somewhere.
Look, I may have to answer for my crimes, but I will if you can find it. And if he comes through. I'm not doing it for any, 7-9 record. Get out of here. Oh, you're 7-10. I'm going to answer for my crimes. Get the hell out of here.
For his second year?
Seven.
With a team that was terrible?
Oh, dude, you were ripping Justin Herbert for a 7-10 record. Come on.
No. Here's what. No, see, don't do it.
Nah.
Here's what I said.
Oh,
When they were
really?
when they were comparing the two quarterbacks,
Hey, let me
I
ask you
said,
something.
who has the most wins?
Oh, hey, let
How
me
many
ask-
playoff games has Justin Herbert been in? Why are we crowning him?
You know
That's
dude?
what I said.
Hey, the Dolphins could use some DB help because you could certainly back up pretty fast.
-1.
That wasn't good.
You are.
I don't need your add-ons. What the buttons are for.
You know what's amazing?
What?
Now people want to know why. Now people know why I want to chop you in the throat. Right?
Yo, Leroy said he wants to Ric Flair reverse knife chop. Oh my gosh.
Dude, he's been hot like this for about 2 weeks. It's been ridiculous. It has gotten out of hand.
And the
Like,
Dolphins win.
He really
He
has.
went a
He made
whole week.
4-hour show turn into
Right.
like 2 days.
Right. It like,
It's
yeah.
like the longest show I've ever done.
It like, J Fig looked at me.
And it
she
was
goes,
only
"What time-"
11:30.
She goes, what time
Wow.
is it? Like 11:30. So it feel like we've
I'm
been
like,
here
how
for
is
4
it
hours.
only 11:30?
I gotta tell you what's not helping is having all these Celsius because I'm cranking through a couple of them a show.
Yeah, me too,
I'm
bro.
all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yesterday, I was driving home like this.
I'm like,
Fam,
they're not kidding about the energy back in your day. I'm like,
I feel like the Ultimate Warrior right now.
take a break. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Got Panthers and Devils tonight. You can hear that here on 560. Let's get a weather update from Leroy. He had the Debenzin and Dover Law Firm, uxattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them up 866-954-MORE. What do we got, Leroy?
Ooh, looking a little ominous outside. Got some clouds. I would say partly to mostly cloudy. Wind's not blowing very much. I would say it's light wind, 5 miles an hour out of the northwest. That's what I'm looking at. And I would say can't be 80 degrees, can it?
Grade 77.
70, yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yep.
There you go. That's your weather update. Let's get you an injury report here from UHealth, University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute.
Your morality is injured.
Train athletes of all levels, elite pros, active adults, and youth athletes. Recover your game. Visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com. Well, the injury report's not out yet for your Miami Dolphins. They will get that today after practice. But see what's what with everybody.
Oh, you wait. Sultan of semantics.
What do you mean, dude?
What do you mean?
I don't
You should get a shirt with that, man.
I am. I'm getting it. Hey, you are so quick to throw in. Here's the deal. You'll have a hot take, and you'll be so quick to throw in one little word that word thinks that you didn't mean exactly what the hell you said. Oh, we dodged the bullet there. No. I said may have. Like,
true.
You've been doing this for years, dude. This is nothing new. That's it.
I mean, I guess it's out for those who are not watching us on YouTube or Twitch. Has put me with a rat with a ship captain's hat on it.
Oh my goodness.
Witcher
Identical.
Is reporting for duty, sir. Where have you been? I thought you were off the ship. That wasn't me.
I just want to know how a rat and his snake are related.
It may
Can't trust either.
me. Oh, you're
DNA
the
of
worst.
untrustable.
Dude, you don't feel bad sometimes?
Nah, not at all, dude.
Like you're the worst.
Not at all.
You're the worst.
How do you
And
say
then have the audacity right after an interaction like this.
Wow.
It wasn't me.
Wait, here. And you want to know why I just chime in with information? I learned from the best.
Dude, big news.
What?
The Miami Hurricanes have added to their signing class. New Australian punter, Dylan Joyce. Love it. Just keep the Australians coming, dude. Australians are taking over punting.
How old is he? 45?
I'm looking at him right now. Let me get a look. No, he's got like the mustache. He's got the blonde hair. He's not tatted up like the last guy, Lou Headley.
Is Lou Headley done?
Yeah, he graduated. He's going pro.
Did he? Oh no. Okay, so this was his last year.
Yeah, he just yeah, he's yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's going to be the first NFL punter with a medical degree.
Dude. What makes you think he was in school in quest of a medical degree?
You think he was only majoring in punting?
I mean, what do you think he was going to school for?
I think he was going to school. I don't know.
Hey.
That guy lived a fascinating life. What, a tattoo artist?
He did.
Dylan Joy. Why is it Australia so good at the damn punting?
Rugby style.
They're not the only school doing this with the signing of the punters from Australia.
The sidekick thing. Remember, San Francisco hired a rugby style player to teach them how to tackle that way a couple of years ago.
The only thing I know about Australian rules football is that Alexander Volkanovski weighed over 200 pounds when he played it, and then he became the UFC featherweight champion, which is 145 pounds.
Jeez.
He's 5'5".
Wait, 5'5", 200?
Over.
He's built like Maurice Jones-Drew.
He was by the way, how great was it? Did you see Maurice Jones-Drew in that coat?
What about he felt like Eric Bieniemy?
How mad was Steve Smith when Josh Allen took his seat? Because they go to him and they have him on the post game and they give Josh Allen one of the chairs, and Steve Smith, who is like
not to be played with.
He's on edge. He's on edge. You just never know when. Yeah, he's not somebody I would play with. He's actually punched teammates. And then he just goes to Josh Allen. Josh Allen sitting there goes, I guess I'll stand. Like, whoa. But it wasn't in a jokey joke manner. Now, I wouldn't know if I would mess with Josh Allen. But the point is.
I bet you they have an extra seat for him next game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was some bad producing, whoever put that forth. What does my co-host of the Porpoise Pod want here?
Dudes are born to punt.
They
really?
play Aussie rules football. Dudes are born to punt.
Right.
But nobody but why in particular Australia? Like just because they got to punt all the time in that game?
Well, no, because of the style that sideways thing where they kick it and put spin on it, and it's just a new wave of thinking. Right? Where before they used to have just the standard guy who could boom punts or whatever.
That dude can boom it. He's got himself a boot.
Well, because he's a grown-ass man playing with
who
children.
Gets to take, what's got to be fun? Taking the recruiting trip to Australia. Like, who's the guy who gets to go recruit the guy in Australia? Because anybody... What? What do you mean?
Sight unseen.
What? Sight unseen?
Yeah.
So you're telling me Mario Cristobal doesn't get to send...
You know who else does it? Hawaii. Because they ain't flying kids out there just to take trips to Hawaii.
Why? That would be so much fun.
I'm just telling you.
What a great time.
There's certain schools that do it sight unseen.
I feel like you know what? Like you would really have a leg up on getting the punter if you actually went out there to go get him.
Dude, you're going to spend $15,000 to go and recruit a punter from Australia?
Field position, dude. It's important.
That's why you keep getting off the ship, on the ship, off the ship, on the ship.
But hear me out on this.
Oh no! See, every time you say that,
don't say that.
No, there he is.
No. Hold on. Hear me out on this. See, Mario Cristobal does get to save some dough, right? Because your recruiting backyard is a haven. So you could save the money you save there. You could spend on going to Australia to go get the first look at this punter. Like that's how it should go for National Signing Day. You're like, you know what? We got it covered from Palm Beach on the way down, really from Florida on the way down. You could drive, you could do it in a day, wherever. But that money that you save, that you don't have to fly all over with a private jet to go, you use that, you go get yourself the best Australian punter out there, which apparently they did. I'm sure this Dylan Joyce is amazing.
Dude, I'm going to just say this. In the last 2 weeks, you have been insufferable. I can't explain it. You have been just outright ridiculous with troops. You have been flip-flopping. You have been avoiding answering for your crimes. And you've been real wishy-washy about certain topics.
I'm not wishy-washy about this, though, dude. Not at all.
Of this, going to Australia to get the punter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got him. I mean, I guess they got the pipeline. Like, what are we talking?
And guess what? I'm willing to bet that this guy has not played football.
No, probably not.
Okay. So you want somebody to go out there. Look, let's be clear. They can barely figure out what high school kids can play. You gonna send them to Australia to try to figure out what rugby style kicker can eventually be a good punter? Just
send Brian Monroe out there.
Really?
Yeah, send him to Australia. Send him on a little trip. We'll get him on clean feet and be like, hey, you got the goods, Brian?
You have to pay him a case of Crown.
That's messed up, man.
I mean, he's the
point for
Hey, you are like you. Dude, I'm telling you. Friday, um, uh,
Canes
you
football.
lucky
Travel to
it's a celebration of the holidays.
Canes football. Traveled across the world to Inca punter for this signing class. Safe to say we've got an Australian pipeline going strong. Welcome to the U, Dylan Joyce.
Dylan Joyce.
I come from a land down under.
Wait, you think he comes off, gets off the plane with one of them big ass
-1.
knives? Huh?
I don't think. I don't think.
Say that. Sing that again. Sing that line right now again. Sing that song. I want you to sing that. Say it again.
I come from a land down under.
No, you sang a different before.
-1.
I know the giggles got me.
The giggles. It's funny because I wish the truth would get you like the giggles.
Take a break.
The
Take a
truth
break.
is very elusive with you.
Take a break. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. I had no idea what song this was going to be because there was like a fife in there at one point. I was like, what is that?
It's Luther, baby.
Luther.
Beautiful.
Don't
Yeah, but I've never heard this.
Was this
Is this Fat
big,
Luther or Skinny Luther?
Yeah, I was just curious. Was this Big Luther or Skinny Luther?
This might be Kentucky Fried Chicken eating Luther.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to see the Heat at holiday time? We got tickets to 2 games.
At holiday time winning.
Oh, that would be nice. December 23rd against the Pacers and December 26th against the Timberwolves. You guys can go to WQAM.com, register your name, and you have a chance to see the Heat. Hopefully Jimmy Butler's tummy will be better by then because last night it was not good enough to play because he got a little too willy-nilly in Mexico with the delicacies. What's the biggest risk you've ever taken with food?
A couple of Mondays ago, I ordered from a place that had pretty pictures.
Well, yeah, you can be duped very easily, but I also appreciate you giving it a chance. But you got to read some reviews, dude.
Do they put reviews on Uber Eats?
I know, but you gotta like maybe bring a Yelp up or something like that. Cross-reference.
I guess.
You can't have that happen again to you.
No. I go with the frequent flyers.
I've been hearing that for like an hour already.
Is that a sound effect or was that somebody for real?
No,
That's my stomach.
too.
That was Leroy.
That was your stomach?
That was your stomach?
Oh my gosh.
I've been hearing it for a while.
Leroy.
Jesus.
Are
Leroy.
you
Go-
okay?
You need to eat? Or you need to,
I'm surprised. Why haven't you ate yet?
I know.
Yeah, that's because his stomach is boiling. Look at it. It's making noises.
No,
What?
it don't hurt. I'm just hungry.
Can you please, like, Vlad, is there any way you could go grab that so he realizes how loud that was?
I
'Cause
marked it already.
That was shocking.
Really?
Leroy.
I hardly heard it.
Oh, we heard it.
You barely heard it?
Dude,
You might have.
that was like Mr. Grips goes Leroy's stomach. Leroy, order 50 platter of wings. That's all I can think of. You can only see the finish line right now.
I'm so glad no one was talking over it.
I know. It just hit the silence. But I was like, man.
That made me confirm the fact that I've been hearing correctly this entire time.
Yeah, because I didn't know because like we had the fart sound effects earlier. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, did Vlad hit a button? No, that was genuinely your stomach. Like it was right there.
Yeah. You got me with the mic so damn close.
I don't have anything.
It's supposed to be close.
I need you. I need you to be able to hear you. Like I don't want you to sound like you're off mic.
We don't want you to sound like this.
Yeah, which I appreciate you leaning forward. I just didn't know we were gonna get the. I didn't know we were. It was gonna be mic'd up like the Bills, tight end.
You get all of me.
All of it, dude. Man, that was really impressive. That was crazy. Woof. Something. All right. Well, big day yesterday for Jim Larinaga. Beating Virginia. Take that, John Crotty.
That was a higher scoring game than anticipated.
Can I just does Virginia always have someone on their team that looks like Kyle Guy? Because like they got headband, long hair, mustache. I'm like, Kyle Guy's back. And it's probably just the third generation of Guy that's there back on Virginia. Balling out.
Don't forget intangibles.
Intangible. Yes, that's definitely a thing. Although they had to do some work yesterday because the Canes got on them. Good on them. Can't be out here slopping it up in a 40-40 slugfest. Oof, terrible. Got to get out there and get things right.
Yeah,
so that was good. Yeah.
All
as
right.
far as the Bulls are concerned from last night in the Heat, miss Gogi, man. We really need him back, Leroy. Like yesterday, just confirmed everything that I was thinking going into last night.
All right.
Don't dismiss me. I know what you're doing right now, and you're hungry, and we got 3 minutes left in the show. But like, don't dismiss Gogi like that. I don't appreciate it.
He's trying to order something.
What is he doing right now? Yeah, he is right now. Are you looking at lunch orders right now when we're off the air in 4 minutes?
No.
Liar!
Dude.
I'm not.
Someone for lying.
First of all, right now,
What
first
was
of
that
all,
little smirk for?
I just want to tell you right now,
Minus
we got a
one.
we got a whole new live audience on YouTube. You've been flossing on the camera now for the last 8 minutes, like we're right in your teeth.
Dude.
Not only, no. I just want to be clear.
-1 for leaning.
Now you're leaning on the camera.
-1.
You
No,
would
there's
never.
actually a button
And let
for
me tell you
you.
something right now. You'd never do this on the Cleveland show. We've gotten
No, I sit like this.
dude. No, you don't. I've
Lying.
watched
I
the
do.
show. No, you don't. And we got mic'd up of your tummy. You sounded like Jimmy Butler eating the crickets. And now we're like all up in your dental work.
That's Jimmy trying
With
to
the
get the
floss.
crickets out of his
No.
teeth.
That's you, rat, trying to get back on the ship.
No. Don't deflect. I'm not gonna allow you to sit here and deflect when you're sitting here doing your dentistry.
Yeah, there you
I'm not
go.
letting both of you get away with this.
There he is.
Cat
Sultan
rat.
of semantics.
Dude, I'm not a sultan of semantics.
Yes, you are. You are.
No.
What does Solana have? Winnie the Pooh on his shirt?
Tasmanian devil.
Really?
Yep.
Now you wear that shirt. Now even the Tasmanian devil is soft.
Point for Leroy.
Did you see that push he just gave me?
Yeah.
I wanna see
Wow.
that.
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
No,
do
I
something
didn't.
about it.
That's assault.
Do something about it.
I will.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do it on the air.
Why'd he push you?
I don't know because I gave you a point. I gave Leroy a point.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
tough.
it has to do. If you would have gave Tobin a point, he would have been fine. But
Oh no,
it's
he would have been
Leroy.
fine, but I gave
I got
you.
your back, Black.
There you go. I just don't want people. We got YouTube, we got Twitch. I can't attack them.
Hey.
Trust me.
If I run out of toothpicks, I could always use Solana's leg
He says, "Why would you want to use that man's legs?" I don't know. That's funny and pause
As a
worthy at the same time.
as a toothpick.
Point for Leroy.
Dude, you got to come stronger tomorrow.
Oh,
What? Are you kidding
right
me?
now?
Dude,
I can't have
I've
you.
been-
I can't have you out here like it's your dental work is going through. It's ridiculous.
I've been.
What else you want to
fighting-
do? Gargle and mouthwash?
I've been fighting you for the last 2 weeks. I don't know what you on.
Okay.
we've
dude.
been
All
fighting you for the
All right,
past 2
man.
years.
Right?
On camera
What is
etiquette.
wrong
No,
with
no,
you?
no, on camera etiquette.
Oh my goodness.
But this Celsius got me sweating, boy.
That's what it does, dude. Energy. That's why it's the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
Vlad,
They gave me a lot of
Vlad, why
energy.
you over there tweaking? Vlad,
Beef, you look. I'm trying.
They'll get you, dude.
Damn, I'm telling you right
It's
now.
not the- it's
I
not the
can't
big
even
one.
do the Macho Man sign right now. If you do, my armpits are sweaty right now. Like
he
literally.
over there like just
Speaking of
flinching
Macho
back and
Man, by
forth.
the way.
You know what the problem is? They taste so good.
Speaking
It's
of,
good.
speaking of
Yeah.
Macho Man, Leroy,
That's
you
the
see this-
problem. And y'all not even drinking them cold. Get one cold.
Leroy,
They're pretty
Yes.
you see this Derek Jeter weaseling
Really?
his way back to the Yankees' bosom?
Not weaseling.
He weaseled his
No,
Oh,
way.
he
he's
didn't.
back
He
with the
quit-
Yankees?
He quit on the Marlins, and now he's all of a sudden he's hobnobbing there because Aaron Judge is the next captain of the Yankees. Which, by the way, grow up. It's baseball. You don't need captains. And so he's sitting there passing off captaincy to old Aaron Judge.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you want to know what makes him the captain? He makes $400 million.
El Capitan. Don't hate.
Make him the 16th captain of the Yankees. Derek Jeter's thinking to himself, Cashman never believed in me that much. That's why we hated each other.
Not 400 million worth.
No, man. But all of a sudden, just leaves the Marlins high and dry. Right back to
And-
where he traded
and-
Giancarlo Stanton.
And he made a quick stop doing a car commercial.
Yep, did a car commercial, made a documentary.
And
there he
Subway.
is.
Let's not forget Subway.
There he is, just back with the Yankees, like nothing happened. And here are the Marlins, almost being in on every free agent, according to the Marlins.
That's-
We checked in on him. We were in on that.
we made a couple of calls.
What did she say
Made some
again?
calls.
What did she say
We're
again?
gathering information. We're gathering information.
We came
And
to
our
the winter
informa-
meetings.
And our information is we don't got that Mets money.
Yep. That's what we should get. We should make some flip flops with Tobin's face on them and hand them out for Christmas gifts.
I think I'm gonna get some dental
Nope.
floss and put your face on them.
Point for Tobin.
All I want for Christmas are my two front teeth, nice and clean for the YouTube stream.
Really?
I want that clip.
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Leroy, I love you, man.
I'm just telling you, you
but
better be better tomorrow.
Come
You
stronger
better be
tomorrow.
better
You got to
tomorrow.
come
Be
stronger
better,
tomorrow. I
be
just got to
better,
be
be
honest
better.
with you.
You
You and
gotta
me
be
will.
better tomorrow.
No, you need to be better tomorrow. Come stronger tomorrow.
Okay.
Talk to you tomorrow.